Hello, everyone. Welcome to the magical world of Dungeons and Dragons, where we pretend to be people that we're not in a time that doesn't make sense, all to do who knows what for, I don't know. It depends. That's the summary of Dungeons and Dragons. So hope you guys are having a great weekend so far, and this will entertain you. Before we get into a little bit of a summary, let's go ahead and introduce all of the players, starting with the top of the order there, Mr. Johnny.
I'm playing as Reed Tealeaf, a halfling rogue.
And then just below him, the Invisible Grim.
I'm a fake mutant of your imagination. Woo.
Oh, I got a shirt specifically for when we haint hunt now. Completely separate topic, but just letting you know, I got like a special haint hunting stream shirt. But Grim, introduce yourself.
Well, I'm playing from Turin, the party's cleric.
There we go. Then just below him, the not so invisible Christy.
I'm playing Gritty. I'm a half-elf bard.
And then below her, the graphic himself, Mr. Corinth.
I'm Hadalin, a dwarven eldritch knight.
And then below Mr. Corinth is Mr. Ranger.
I play wherever the hell Finn tells me to do.
You know who you're playing.
All right, Spruce, goddamn it almighty, and then whoever else Finn needs me to play.
That's correct. And then lastly, just turning on her camera, there, Miss Ouchie Dumpling.
Forgot to unmute. Hello, I'm Elione. I'm a blade singer, elven blade singer. High elf. Both kinds of high.
Unfortunately, not wrong. And then lastly, I am playing double duty for today. I am also Balin Nightbleeder, the human sorcerer, and in addition, I am DMing.
I was just turning it down. I was just turning it off just now.
I love that. Ta-da!
It's not happening anymore. It's muted.
It just
All right.
it
Windows
just works
95 is up to date.
I know. It just works so well. Okay, so I am also DMing the campaign. So that being said, let us get into this unless anyone else has something they would like to say before we start, because they know what they're about to get into. Okay.
Unless you want to start speaking Chinese, I mean.
No, not me. No, thank you.
My glasses broke.
1A. Oh no.
Well, Ouchie is
can't
not going to be
play.
able to see what's
Sorry.
about to happen.
Damn it,
Sorry,
Finn.
I'm out.
Oh boy.
Corinth, thank you very much.
Heck?
Corinth showed up on stream and then subbed. So thank you, Corinth.
Sneaky.
It is.
Why?
You sneakily came on the camera. And then, poor Ouchie.
He
She's
broke
about
stealth. He broke stealth.
Oh my god. Okay.
He also shaved like a foot and a half off your beard for the last time I saw you.
I
on
know.
Well, I
camera.
guess. Okay, wait. It's all. if
Yeah,
I
looking
just do
slick
this,
there,
it'll be
Corinth.
all right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Wait,
Yep.
what happened?
Corinth.
Corinth is doing what?
Corinth is all
I
trimmed
can't,
up.
can't
Corinth,
see my stupid glasses.
Corinth is the blur sort of in the middle of the group.
The orange
We're
blur.
looking at Corinth
Yes.
for the first time in like 8 months.
I know. Look at Corinth, like showing off.
And one day
What's
I'll
the
actually
shirt?
match
What's
to
the
get my
shirt,
camera to work.
My Buffy shirt.
Oh, that's
Nice.
Spike. That's Spike and Buffy. I see it.
Yep.
Spike was my favorite character on the Buffy show. Granted, I loved Angel, but my favorite season of Angel was when Spike came back and basically haunted him inside
Oh,
of
yeah,
Wolf
for
Woman
sure.
Heart. Season
Definitely.
5 was like the greatest one. Just yeah.
For sure.
Nerds.
Now this is gonna be me the whole stream.
Grim, you're not allowed to say that when we're on a Dungeons and Dragons stream. Seriously. What the
Yeah, what does that make you, dork?
Calling people nerds on a D&D stream. And
Isn't
Kitty
that
Oda's
supposed to
not
be
being
like a
nice.
good thing for the last like 20 years?
I mean,
It's
Just
true.
Date yourself there, Grandpa Grim.
All right. Okay. Well, and Kidiota's not being nice. Yes, I still play games whenever I have the chance. And no, just because I showed up wasn't the reason that Ouchie's glasses broke. That's awful.
I beg to differ.
I mean, it was just coincidence that when we started the stream and I introduced Ouchie, her glasses broke. But it's merely coincidence. That's it. Just coincidence. You know what's funny? Your camera goes all blurry because of your filter, and so whenever you take off your glasses, like your camera gets blurry too. Like when you go down a little bit, it gets blurry. It was just funny.
Her camera's in ouchie vision.
Oh my god. All right. So we are getting ready for some exciting stuff because the group has some decisions to make. So to summarize, everyone was in this cave once before. They started off talking to the drow, who are on the other side of this cave, and came to a deal with said drow that they would eliminate the dragon in hopes that the drow would then flee, leaving the cave back to the dwarves. However, when they went to the dragon, they realized that they were, quite matched up against a dragon, and fear did take a hold, and they actually managed to kind of leave from the dragon, saying maybe we would kill the drow, and they escaped. But certain things happened, and they are now back because they are trying to find none other than Bruce goddamn almighty after they went to the Cavern of Souls and went through a giant portal. Well, they are now back looking for Bruce, who has said some very obscene thing to a bunch of children in public. That is all that is known to everyone except Bruce right now, that he has tarnished children in all of Zadash for who knows how long, repercussions of which we will have to see in a later date.
I had no idea the children were listening.
But now they are here at the cave where they know Bruce to be, but the specific location, maybe not. So as they enter, Reed has slowly entered into the cave, trying to lead the way, and we pick it up from there.
All right. Now, my recollection was we had kind of had a not so wonderful group stealth check.
Correct. You did not.
So, would I need to re-stealth myself in order to start trying to advance a little bit in the cave?
It was a group check, so there's nothing in particular, but you're still knowing your position in the cave. You know that you're still somewhat far from where the dragon is. So there's also the distance element. You're not sure, even if you made a whole crap ton of noise, that it would be heard, but you do have your stealth check, which was a 23, which I will take into consideration if you move ahead, but I think the thought was the entire group was moving, so.
Okay. Because I want to try and stay a good, like, say, 15, maybe 20 feet ahead of the group. I want to see if maybe I can get eyes eventually on Bruce first.
Okay.
Try and get an idea of where he is. So I'll move up to, say, about there. I'll be poking around, looking for traps, checking to make sure everything is pretty much the same way it had been.
Okay. So one thing of note I do remember is Critty had mentioned that she may know the way. So I will let you have that conversation. I don't know if you remember that, but she had mentioned that just before we left, before you go forward.
So, Critty, do you know D-Way?
Oh my
Yes,
god,
and
Grim.
I had written it down, and
You did this to yourself, Finn.
Paper.
Oh, so
I had put it in roll 20. It was like the last thing we did.
okay, yeah.
So
These-
I'm acting like I gave Reed directions before he tiptoed off.
Okay.
So I'll be following those directions then.
Okay, so the directions, let me see if I can get it to show up here for you guys. So you would actually see it.
So if I do that with the arrow keys on my keyboard, do I get like an extra life or something?
Oh my god. Okay, so let me see if I can do this correctly.
I'm
So
guessing
from
we end up here, where I'm pinging.
Let me see if I can. Oh, where's the arrow thing?
It's straight, then
Yeah.
left.
So the direction she gave was
right, then
here,
left.
straight, here, 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 here. So that is, I think you can see the arrows that I have.
Yeah.
So
right,
that
so-
is the directions that she gave you.
Okay, I will slowly advance over to there, checking for traps the whole time.
Okay, so before you go there, we'll take kind of each segment at a time.
Okay. So ping where you want me to start.
So you'll start with the group, and then you can move up straight over. Let me switch it off ruler. You can move up to here.
All right.
Okay, so as Reed is moving there, what is the rest of the group doing? Are they moving up with Reed?
I'm going to, as quietly as I can, follow along behind.
Okay.
I rolled a 20 stealth the last time, so I don't know how sneaky I am, but...
Well, everyone that's moving with the group can move here. Because I think Reed wants to keep about 15 feet up. So we'll all move here. And you guys can line yourself up. Yeah. And it can fit two... It's kind of like a... It can fit two people. So you guys can kind of put yourself next to somebody. And then drum. Okay. So at this point, Reed, you do not see anything. Roll a perception check for me.
27.
Okay. You hear incantation, basically. You hear mumbling that definitely sounds of arcane nature coming from the direction where the dragon to have been.
Can I be singing as Bruce?
What are you doing at this point? Let me ask you too.
Well, I can't really do anything. I'm just like,
Are you
fly me to the moon.
okay?
Let the day.
You also hear Bruce from this direction. So dragon from where you're standing, dragon in this direction, Bruce in this direction.
Guess the dragon moved him to a different room. He was sick of hearing. All right, I will advance the next leg, which takes me to around there.
Okay.
Ronry
And actually, so when you do that, everyone roll a stealth check for me. It's another group stealth check.
I don't know why I rolled twice.
That's okay. As a group, you guys did well. I sucked, but still. You guys can all move up to where Reed was over here. Don't believe anybody has spotted you yet. And as you make it over here, Reed, Bruce, you can place yourself over here. Bruce is basically tied up. You see him in shackles on this wall right here as you turn the corner.
And
Where
I don't see anyone else.
Right here.
Just chained up to like that pillar.
Yeah, he's chained up basically to the pillar. Correct. Yep, right there.
So
I don't-
Ronry and sad and so Ronry.
I don't see anybody else around other than just Bruce.
At the moment, no. Bruce, give me a perception check.
Uno momento, por favor.
Perfect. So you don't see anyone.
Ronry,
You're still all by yourself, Bruce.
all myself.
I'll go over and stand directly next to Bruce. And as he finishes up, I guess like the 35th verse of his song, well, you may want to be a little more quiet, Bruce.
Is that Satan? What the hell was that?
Oh boy, it's me, Reed.
Reed, you're invisible. It's incredible your powers. I can't see.
I'm down here.
Where? Oh, you're small. I forgot.
All right, I'll take a quick look at how he's bound to the wall.
It seems like they're shackles for sure. He's shackled.
Just regular old shackles.
Roll an investigation.
24.
No, you can tell that there is some arcane mechanisms attached to it. Roll an Arcana check for me.
22.
Okay,
That's a hell of a good roll.
Yeah, that's a really good roll. So you'll get some benefits, but it is powerful magic, but nothing you believe that your lockpicking skills. You believe you should be able to do it. Need a little bit of luck, but you should be able to do it. And with that roll, you will know that if it triggers, it's probably not going to be good for you and for Bruce.
Bruce,
I don't know that. Yeah.
No, this is all Reed with his Arcana and
All right.
investigation.
Bruce, out of curiosity,
Yes, my friend. What's going on?
have you tried casting any spells on your shackles?
You have
can't
not been
cast
able to
anything.
cast. Yep.
All right, so they're blocking his ability to use magic. I'll sort of look back at the rest of the group and I'll see Hadlin there and sign language out to him, send Balin up this way.
Balin, go.
Go where?
I mean, I think that's what he's saying.
Where am I going?
But forward. Little man's calling you.
I assume you're pointing or something.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll move over to Reed.
Direction that one.
Balin just walks into a wall.
I know. I like.
Oh.
That's what I did. I moved forward and run into the wall.
Knock over a stack of plates.
Balin, the poster child for overactive children. All right, as I see you get up there, Balin, I can tell that his bindings have some sort of incantation on them. You able to tell what they are?
So I'll start by casting a detect magic, and then based on that, let me see. Then I'll roll an Arcana. Okay. So between the two, yes. One shackle has a high level fireball attached to it that will trigger if the shackle goes off. And the other one is a delayed fireball. Bruce's left, what you view as the right side, is the delayed fireball.
All right. Well, other than the incantation on them, they look like just sort of standard handcuffs, basically.
Correct. There will otherwise be shackles that you are more than familiar with.
All right. Balin, you think it'd be worth are you trying to dispel this magic, or do you think they probably can't?
I am not sure who is able to dispel. That used to be something Togar had,
Oh yeah.
and we haven't seen him since the ship.
I can dispel, just not right now.
All right. Balin, head on back to the rest of them. Tell them I'm gonna try and get Bruce free. If it doesn't go well, and they hear an explosion, yeah, that would be why.
Don't worry, Reed. We'll go to the afterlife. We'll have a grand time.
Oh yeah, it'd be a ball. All right, so Balin, you better get yourself clear in case this goes poorly.
Maybe I should get Critty to give you a pep talk.
That could help.
Let me
I'm
go.
guessing since we're all trying to be quiet, I can't hear you guys, right?
They're whispering.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 3 over here, you guys can't hear anything.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll come back over here. Bruce is over there, but his shackles are magic locked. Reed is gonna try to pick it, but Critty, he could use a pep talk.
They're magic locked.
That
You
is
think
correct.
a dispel magic will work on them?
It would, but I don't have one.
I have one.
Well, luckily you came to the right spot.
Oh. Well, you guys go over there too, quickly, before Reed tries to pick the locks. Follow
Yeah.
Critty.
I will give Reed a good pep talk, like you're really good and really tricky and really sneaky, and you're gonna do a great job, and they're gonna help you. And by the way, don't forget that I've got that run away real fast spell, so I could grab you and then get away from the fireball if it's gonna go off. Don't forget.
All right. Worst case scenario, we do that.
Okay.
Do you need to dispel magic?
Yeah, that'd be grand if one of you has it.
I would love to help.
All right,
Okay.
he's got 2 different shackles. Each one of them has a different spell on them.
Mhm.
Maybe you should try to dispel the magic on the one that'll go off right away, because the one that will take some time, we could run away from.
Makes sense.
Should work.
We have not rested yet, right?
No, you guys got a
So-
full rest before you came here.
Oh, we did? Okay,
Yeah.
because I've got spell slots still ticked up.
Yeah.
I need to reset that real quick.
Nope, you guys got a full rest before taking the portal in the morning and then
This
coming here.
long rest. I'm
Mhm.
hitting the wrong the
You have to like
wrong
hit it
rest
twice.
button.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got it. Okay. All right. Click that. All right. I'm gonna do dispel magic on
Okay.
the
So before we do
cuffs
that,
have the immediate fireball.
yep. Roll an Arcana check for me, Ellie. And
Okay.
Drom, you have dispel magic as well.
Yeah.
Okay, you can roll an Arcana as well. Both of you roll an Arcana for me.
Okay, this is gonna be amazing.
You can do it. Oh,
Okay.
you cannot do it.
Drom knows that there is magic. Ellie, you know that from your perspective, the right shackle, which has the delayed fireball, you are able to recognize that as well, is a 7th level spell.
Ow.
So a dispel magic would be difficult. You would have to cast it, plus there is a additional check to try and do it. It's not automatic. The other
But you said that. Okay. Yeah.
the other
one.
shackle has a regular fireball. That one you recognize as either being a 4th or a 5th. You're not exactly sure, but it's either a 4th or a 5th level fireball.
Is there a way I can tell what the delay is on the fireball? Like how much time we've got?
You're not sure exactly how it's cast, so no. You just know it's a delayed fireball, but how it's going to trigger upon if it's actually triggered is unknown to you right now.
Okay. I'm gonna tell everybody what I just found out. So everybody's in the know. You said it's the left one that's the immediate.
Left is immediate for sure. Yes, that's the regular fireball spell at either
Right,
4th
okay.
or 5th level. Correct.
So if you guys if you dispel that one and then Reed unlocks it and then you guys all leave, I can try to unlock the other side and disappear with Bruce before the delayed fireball goes off. I can move 500 feet. It's really far.
If it's just fireballs going off, I mean, I could just stand there and take it. It's no big deal. Especially with my absorb elements.
But you just cut your beard. I don't want to see that skin.
Eh. We're here for a
Besides, the
reason.
smell of burning hair is a dead giveaway that we'd be here.
I would suggest we could try to do this without sitting off boom booms on my ass. That would be fantastic.
We
Let
don't
the
want to
dragon-
singe his feathers.
Oh, I
Plus, I
would-
don't really think we want to let the dragon know you're over here farting around trying to free me.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the dragon knows we're here already, but you know.
Well, I mean,
No,
Bruce,
I
you
don't
always
think
said you were
so.
gonna go out with a bang.
I've done it many times. That's
So
We might want to put maybe a defensive spell on those that are potentially in the blast, at least if it does go awry.
well, just try to dispel if you can do it. Not, then I believe in Reed. I think you can get these unlocked, and then we can move on to bigger and better things.
And can my Arcana check tell whether or not the just trying to do dispel magic will set it off, or is it only trying to
No,
actually
dispel
break them open,
magic on its own will not set it off.
even if it messes up?
Correct. It'll just
Okay.
fizzle. That's it.
Alrighty.
well, I'll start prepping the gentle repulse.
That doesn't sound like a good plan.
Well, I mean, I'll be honest. I mean, I'm not that worried about myself. I just don't want to see, it not unlocked properly and poor Bruce get painted on the walls here.
I appreciate that, Reed. I like living. I like doing it.
We
Let's
don't
see if
need
I can keep that
roasted
up.
crow for dinner.
I am delicious, so it wouldn't be a bad thing. Don't waste the meat.
We might also need him against the dragon.
Yes.
Does anybody have a silence spell that would maybe help us stay sneaky over here in case it does go off?
I don't think silence can. It's just words, right?
It would, I think, block all noise if I remember
I
correctly
think we should
from that
invoke the cone
area.
of silence.
The problem is the silence. You would have to wait until I guess somebody tries to dispel and whatnot, because you wouldn't be able to dispel with the silence spell up.
Mm-mm.
Oh, we also got to worry about the fact it's quite possible whoever enchanted these things with the spell are tied to it in a way where they know if it triggers.
Ooh.
Okay, well, I'm gonna stand. I'm 5 feet away from Bruce, and regardless of what happens, I'm gonna ready a dimension door action. I can take one willing person within 5 feet up to 500 feet away. So if it looks like anything's gonna explode, I'm gonna grab him and try to go.
Okay.
All right, I'd say as many people as possible, probably clear, probably good 50, 60 feet back.
And Ouchie's gonna try to dispel the one.
The left one. Yeah, the immediate fireball one.
Okay. So it's those three that are gonna stay there, right? Reed, Pretty, and Ellie.
Yep.
Okay. Ellie, question for you. What level are you casting the dispel magic? So you think it's either a 4th or a 5th. If you cast it
Right.
at 5th level, it's obviously using up a 5th level spot, but you're pretty sure it will 100% dispel. A 4th
Yeah.
level potentially could, depends on whether or not it's a 4th or a 5th. Anything lower, you'd be rolling a DC, so you would have only a chance for sure.
Right. No, I'll do 5th level.
Okay.
I'll make sure it works.
Okay.
As much as I can, anyway.
Okay. So you cast a 5th level spell.
Oops, I
It
did.
just-
Did I click the
No,
right one?
you did it
I
right.
clicked
Yep.
it. Okay.
So you cast it at 5th level on the left shackle. Reed, as you are watching, you notice that it just turns into a regular lock. The arcane properties you previously had noted on the left are no longer there.
All right. I'll move in quickly. I will open up that shackle.
Okay. Roll your
So-
sleight.
The 30.
More than enough.
Hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Higher than that.
You'd be surprised. There are some shackles with some crazy DCs that I was
They
reading
really
about.
are.
Yeah.
It's like crazy nuts. But yeah, this one you're good.
All right. All right, and I will look at the other one. Say, all right, Helly. Let's not go spend any more higher in magic on it. I'm going to try that one. Critty, just be ready. I will move over to the other shackle. And what I will do is keeping in mind Critty's inspiration to me.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, I hit the button.
You're gonna try to pick it.
Yes, I am.
Okay. So
29 plus
wait,
what is
wait,
it?
wait,
This
wait,
one, a
wait,
D8?
wait, wait. Hold on. So
Okay.
you have your sleight of hand. You will get advantage because of all the arcane support you got from Ellie, Drom, minimally from Drom, and Balin.
I got a
Yeah.
participation
will-
trophy from Drom.
Mm-hmm.
Yay,
Dom have a
Reed,
dispel
you can do
magic
it.
too, though?
Yay.
Drom does have a dispel magic, but he doesn't know what level spell he's like dispelling. So
Yeah,
it'd just be a shot in the
can't
dark.
I
So I
tell
pretty much
him?
looked at it and went, yep, it's got magic on, and then walked
You-
off.
Yeah, you
Can't I
could
just
tell
tell
him.
him?
You could, but he also probably doesn't have any higher level spells than you, so it would expend a higher level slot, which is what Reed was saying not to do. So
I'm
you
gonna
can
tell
still.
Drom anyway.
Okay.
Drom, hey.
But Reed, you get advantage because of the arcane help. You also get inspiration from Critty,
10.
and in addition to that, you will also get +5 to your total because of your arcane plus investigation earlier.
Nice.
So put that all together and let's see what you get.
All right, so it's a 29,
Mm-hmm.
34.
With the
so
+5.
30 So that, yeah, it's a 29. It goes to a 34 with the +5.
Mm-hmm.
And the inspiration at this point is what, a D8?
D10.
D10. Nice. All right. Yeah. So it's
Damn.
44.
Very nice. I had a high DC for this one, and you actually beat it with all the help. So very nicely done.
Thank
As
you,
you're
everyone.
picking this, you are being extremely careful. You're noticing that as you are doing this, there are little runes around the shackle that are, every time you're clicking it, one is turning off and off and
How
off.
is every word?
And it seems like there were almost 12 of them, one representing each of the dice that would have come from the delayed fireball that you turned off. And it seems like there is no more arcane property to that right shackle.
Thank the gods for that.
Roll one more. Yep, you're good, actually. Yep. Bruce, you are now free of the shackles, and you feel like the magic is coming back to you.
That's right, because I need to eat. I haven't eaten in days. Food. Anybody got food? Water. I'm kind of parched here.
I'll
I
put a
don't have
couple
any of my
dinner
gear or
rolls out
anything
of
other
my.
than-
It's only been 2 days.
It's
You're
2
still
days
hungry,
old.
but yes, I know.
Yeah.
But you're still
But
hungry.
I
It's
don't
not
have
been
any of
like
I don't have any of
multiple,
my
but
stuff, so I don't have any weapons or anything like that.
yes, that is correct.
Oh boy! All right, I'll reach into my pack. I'll put out a couple of dinner rolls that I brought with me.
Oh, those look
You do
tasty.
still have your armor, by the way. You have no backpack or weapons. They left the
Right.
armor on you.
All right, you don't have any weapons on you, huh?
I don't need it. I am the weapon. That's what I tell
Oh.
myself.
Well, Hadalin has a lot of extra weapons. He likes to carry them.
They're mine, though.
Dad doesn't like he wants to share.
I mean, I'll give you one, I guess. It's okay.
I mean, I guess if you're not using it, I mean, it's fine. I mean,
What do you want? Do you want a war hammer, a light hammer, an axe, a sword, javelin, a mace, spear?
Those are really good options. Where do you put all that stuff? Good Lord.
Well, you know,
You don't want to know.
dwarven secret.
I'll take a warhammer because I am a cleric and I can use that.
All right, there you go. I'll take a dwarven warhammer off my belt, give it to you.
Okay.
I was going to say, he pulls one out of his beard and hands it to him.
I bend over and yank it out of my booty.
I
There
don't
you
want
go.
it. No, never mind. You can keep that for yourself.
The extra damage.
I've
it does
changed
is
my mind.
really
I'm going to
good.
go in there with
Poison
my
damage on it.
fisticuffs and we'll be great.
Steak damage? Is that what it is? Stank damage?
It's all right. A few dozen prestidigitation spells. It's good as new.
Oh my
Well,
God. Okay.
Alright.
So, as you are handing the warhammer over to Bruce, a voice sounds out from the direction that you know the dragon to be. But it is not the voice of the dragon. It is, in fact, the voice of the rod that you've heard before. I
that's it.
see you have come. Let us play. And you hear the ground start to shake.
Nope.
Run!
Nope.
This seems like a fun game. Critty, the directions you'd given me, they point up into that way. Maybe we should skedaddle up there.
Gritty takes off.
As I come walking into that little section there, I'm going to immediately be checking for traps, everything like that.
Okay. You all move in there and you hear what effective. I'm assuming everybody runs in there. Hadlin, Drum, are you guys moving too?
Are we all going in there? Yep, I
I
guess.
just-
Yeah,
I just-
if
I just
everybody's
said
going
yes.
in there.
I
Get
the
didn't even
fudge
move my
out.
piece yet. Somehow I'm there.
Okay.
Magic.
So, as you guys are moving there,
I'll
you
cast
he-
Pass Without a Trace.
Okay. You guys hear the rumble. It sounds very much off into a distance. Roll a perception check for me,
Everybody?
everybody.
He is excitedly looking at the wall.
Hmm.
Why
We
am I
have...
doing
Wow.
Okay, there we go.
Drum's not very perceptive today.
So,
Needs a nap.
okay, so Bruce, Ellie, Hadlin, and Reed all identify that the noises sounded like they came from the entrance area over yonder.
Boy.
Critty and Balin and Drum have no idea what's going on. They just hear the rumbling. Critty, roll one more perception check for me. Okay. You don't notice anything about the rock slide or anything like that. You notice the rumbling. However, as you stand there, below your feet, you notice a glimmer of light.
Very into the glimmer of light.
Okay, what do you do?
Go into the light, Carrie Ann.
I stare at my feet.
Okay, how long? Give me an idea of what you're trying to do looking at your feet. Are you
Well,
looking
I'm
at to the light or
expecting-
the... Yeah.
I'm expecting to like start lowering or to like have to see things. I'm looking for like a book or where the
Gotcha.
light's coming from.
Okay.
I'm expecting like I feel like I know what's about to happen.
Okay. So as you look down towards your feet and where the light is, your eyes do feel like they're getting sucked towards the light. Almost as if you're in a trance following the light down to its source. And your vision makes it seem like this light is emanating from a book down below.
Yeah.
It feels like it's maybe about 5-6 feet below your feet right now in this
Okay.
mound of randomness that you're standing on.
I'm gonna reach down and touch the ground. Like I'm trying to feel the light.
Okay. It's still just a pile of stuff, right? It's kind of like a dragon horde stuff, and you're touching all the objects, and you can see there's kind of like one ray that you can see. None of you actually see the light, by the way. You just see Critty all of a sudden reaching down to the ground.
Is there any sort of like crevice or anything in the wall that I can sort of jam a fist into to make like a makeshift hold on in case the floor gives?
You can roll an investigation check to just find like a holding point.
29.
Yeah, easy enough. It's kind of like a rock wall. You're able to find something where you can kind of stick your hand and kind of grab onto it in a worst case scenario.
Okay. Critty, what are you looking for?
Not respond. I just stare intently at my feet.
Okay. Are you doing anything with your hand other than just kind of touching? Are you moving things
I-
around or? What are you doing?
I'm not moving things around, but you can tell that I'm starting to push on the ground, like I'm trying to get below it. I'm trying to like almost
You're trying to shove
like,
your
I'm not
hand down
digging,
with the light,
but
basically.
yeah, I'm like sticking my hand in it like I'm expecting my hand to go through.
Okay. You are feeling resistance. As you're pushing, objects are moving away a little bit, but it's a very slow pace. But your hand is slowly sinking, but as a result of things physically being moved by you pushing your hand down.
Do the rest of us see that she's actually moving things, or does it look like
Yes.
she's just like miming it?
No, it looks like her hand is slowly sinking into, like she's moving things around, like her hand is being pushed down. She's pushing her hand down into the horde. And do you just continue pushing down, Critty? Or do you stop at any point?
I would like for nobody to really notice this.
Okay,
but I'm
you
gonna
can
conjure.
you can PM
animals.
me too if you want. But
Well,
okay.
like I like nobody notices that I'm actually like doing anything.
Okay, so you're trying to
So,
cast
yeah.
this spell stealthily, basically.
Yes.
Okay, so roll
Give me
a
a second, and I will tell you.
yeah. You can tell me what specifically you want to do, and then you'll probably need to do one roll just to see if anyone notices anything. Okay.
Yeah, that would work. Okay. I get. Okay. See if that works for you.
Okay. So you'll need to do 2 rolls for me.
Okay.
So one will be a stealth, the other will be a sleight of hand. Holy crap. Okay. That works. Anyone that is curious can roll
See,
an
I'm doing stuff.
yeah, you can roll an arcana with disadvantage to try and see what Critty is doing.
I have no idea.
What role was it again? I'm sorry.
Arcana with disadvantage.
Oh,
Oh,
One more for Ellie.
Sorry, I thought I hit it twice.
No, it's okay. Okay.
that's still good rolls though.
Yeah. So Bruce doesn't know, Reed doesn't know. Alan, Hadlin, and Ellie do know that she has cast Conjure Animals.
can I get an insight to tell if she's under the effect of like a spell or an arcana check, something like that? 'Cause she's not responding, right?
She has
that
not
would be
said
my-
anything to you.
Yeah, that would be my first inclination.
Have
is
we
to-
tried to talk to her though?
Yeah, someone did. Someone
Reed
did.
was, but she didn't
Yeah.
respond.
Oh, okay.
Roll an insight check for me, Hadlin.
Yeah, not good.
You're not sure. You can't say she is. You can't say she isn't. You're not sure.
I'm not sure if she's under the effects of a spell. We better find out quick.
As you say that, you hear the voice once again of the rod. No point in hiding. Not as much fun if I kill you when you hide. And you hear like another thump, and you hear rocks start to fall again. Everyone except Critty, who's otherwise focused on what she's doing, roll a perception check for me. Okay, so Bruce, Hadlin, and Reed, you can roll 1 too. There you go. Okay, so Bruce, Hadlin, and Reed, you hear a rock slide again opposite your wall. So somewhere in like this general direction. So opposite the wall that you guys are kind of facing on that side. You hear another rock slide.
I've had enough of this stuff. I'm going to cast this, but I need some time to prep it.
Jesus. Oh my.
Oh my.
Holy wall of text, Batman.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do you say that in character that you need some time?
Yes.
Okay. How 10 minutes? What do you need?
Give me 10 minutes.
Now, I got a quick question for you, Finn.
Mhm.
I have the same spell. I'm, Bruce is Raven Queen. I am as well. Is there a way I can use mine and help reduce the time needed?
You can't reduce the time needed. I'm assuming you are going to ask for the Raven Queen or for some help from the Raven Queen, right, Bruce?
Well, yeah, through her, but like a planar ally associated with her.
Yes.
So it could be when a creature at that level from her
Got it.
as associated with her, which could be
Or
all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
maybe I can try casting at the if I see him doing it, maybe I could try the same thing.
That is what you could do. Just remember there is a cost associated with it, depending on the task you ask it. So just be ready.
Oh
for
yeah,
it.
I got it covered because I'm like, well,
Good
we get
point.
back to the realm. I'll just hook it up with some
Mhm.
cash.
I agree. If anyone else has anything that they need to use, now is the time. I will guard
Let's-
this area.
Hmm.
I'll give them a minute, and then we'll come back to you, Critty.
So at this point, his Critty like elbows deep. I mean, like.
No, she's about like halfway between her wrist and elbow. She hasn't really tried to push. You see her kind of like pushing down, but not like digging. So it's just slowly kind of making her hand down. But then she casts a spell. You know she casts something. You don't know what, though.
And she's sinking into the rock.
Just her arm. She herself has not gone deeper. Just her hand. And now
One hand or two?
I believe she's just been doing this with her one hand. Oh, but with both hands you've been pushing down? Okay. So both hands.
All right. I really don't know what's going on. Reed's gonna just sort of sit there waiting, trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay. All right. Critty. Your spell is taking effect. Roll just a d20 for me. Let me scroll down. Okay. Let me see. I think you have a general idea with your thing, right? Okay, so they're just going based on your command. What is your command to them?
Down.
Just down?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you trying to get them? Okay, well, they're just digging down. So you see them all kind of creating a bigger hole as they're going down.
Yeah. They're speeding up my effort.
Got it. That's what I was thinking they were doing. So
Yeah.
they're just digging down, and your hand is sinking down further. They've made pretty good progress in the last like minute that they were digging. They got down pretty far. You still feel like there's a little ways to go, but much quicker than if you were just kind of pushing down like before. Bruce is still casting, and Drom, you said you're casting too, right?
Actually, I'll save the spell
Okay.
because I was looking at yeah, I might want to save that 6th level spell slot for
Okay.
combat.
Okay. I have to prepare what's gonna happen potentially. So another minute or so goes by, and you hear once again, come out, wherever you are. Thump. And rock slides again. Everyone roll perception.
I can't because I'm busy.
You're
one,
yeah,
doing
so
cast
not
without a
Critty
trace.
and not Bruce.
Yeah,
not
because
Critty and
I'm a
not
little
Bruce.
busy holding 2 spells at the moment.
Okay. That works well. And then Balin got his perception. Reed, Drom, and Ellie and Balin hear that the rock slides are coming from this area. And in fact, it's much closer than you think. Balin has to roll a dexterity saving throw. And doesn't make it. Fantastic. So as you hear the rock slides, the rocks start caving in here and here and here. And Balin sees it, but his legs don't work as quickly as his eyes, and his feet get pinned underneath the rubble. Hadlin, you do see that. You see Balin kind of like trying to jump out of the way, but not fast enough, and lands basically face first right where he's standing, and his feet are kind of covered with rocks. Doesn't seem difficult to get freed up, but he does need to like free up his legs a little bit.
That's what I do right away. I start helping him out.
Okay. Okay. We'll ask everyone what they do at this point. So Hadlin is helping Balin free up. Drom, what are you doing?
Is laughing.
Okay. So Drom laughs for like a minute. Ellie, what are you doing?
I'm helping with the rocks.
Okay. Ellie is helping with Balin and Hadlin. Reed, what are you doing?
Keeping an eye on Critty. So can we see the hole that's being dug around her, or what?
Yes. You now see a hole being dug and her hands going in deeper. She's basically at like shoulder. She's at her shoulders, kind of like now she's like all the way down on the ground. Her entire arm is kind of in the hole.
I will take my rope, my grappling hook out of my pack. I will dig the grappling hook into something in the wall or enough where it's a grip, and I'll tie a loose sort of bolo around Critty's waist, so in case she falls into this hole, we don't lose her forever.
Critty, do you resist at all, or do you not care?
I do not at all pay attention to what he's doing.
Okay. You successfully managed to put the rope around Critty.
Okay.
Okay. Critty, roll a d20 for me.
3.
Okay. Your spell still works. Not as much progress this time. They seem to have a little bit of trouble moving some of the stuff around. However, you have gotten to the point where the hole is exceeding your reach.
Okay, I'm just gonna pitch forward, and I'm not stepping into it. I'm just literally reaching down with my hands, so I end up upending myself.
You're basically like diving into it, like
Yep.
head first. Okay.
Hand first.
Okay. So hands in front, head right behind. Critty
Going
starts to progress into the hole. Reed, what are you doing with the other end of the rope?
It's a 50-foot rope, so I'll untie the grappling hook, toss that back in my pack, and I'll tie the other end of the rope then around my waist. I'll look at Ellie and Drom and say, Critty's
Ellie is down near
gone
Balin.
on an adventure.
So Ellie's down near Balin helping with the rock. So you don't quite see Ellie. Drom is
so-
standing there laughing at the moment.
Giggles. Critty's going on an adventure of her own. I'm tied off to her, but with as determined looking as she is right now, I may be going for a ride in a moment. Just keep an eye on us.
Drum will grab a hold of the rope as well.
Okay. So it's tied around Reed, and Reed and Drom are holding it, correct? On one end, and then Critty on the other end.
Yeah.
Okay. Another minute goes by. You hear the same thing.
Al and Elione, is there any defenses you can put up against these rocks from falling on us and pinning us down again?
Oh. Hmm.
I
What, Finn?
I do not really have, unless I know where the rocks are, there's not really much I can do. If I knew where the rocks were, I may be able to do something, but
I mean, I'll
Mm,
just run out and charge the stupid staff right now.
are we trying to give Bruce enough time to cast this thing, or what are we doing?
Well, I'll give him time.
Okay, and at this point, about 3 minutes of the 10 minutes have passed. So, just to give you guys a time estimate.
How much slack have I got on the rope?
You have a good amount of slack. She's not really that far into the hole.
All right, I will untie myself from the rope. I will tie it around Drom's waist, since he makes a much larger counterweight than I do.
Okay.
And I will then walk up right next to Critty and try to look at what she's doing.
Okay. If you walk near Critty, you just see a hole with just no light, nothing at the other end of it. It's just dark. It's a dark hole, and Critty's just diving headfirst in it. That's all you can really tell.
Is it deep enough where like she dives and like head plants, or like she keeps going?
She's kind of doing a handstand almost at this point. Her hands are at the bottom of whatever this hole is so far. And you see little creatures kind of just like doing something at the bottom of the hole.
little creatures.
Uh
I assume you have your eye patch up, right?
oh yeah.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure. But yes, you see little creatures just going down at the bottom of the hole.
And how deep is the hole? Like 2 feet?
Right
How
now,
deep is
it's
your
about
hole? Is your
3-ish.
hole? Deep is your hole.
Down in a hole.
Is it wide enough where I'd be able to get in a hole with her?
No, it's like just wide enough for her right now.
I'll look back at Drum. It's near the oddest thing I've seen her ever do.
I agree. Never seen her do this before.
Critty, are you all
you-
right?
You okay there, Critty?
And at this point, you hear a last warning thump. And everybody roll a dexterity saving throw, including Critty and Bruce. Very nice, Critty.
My hole shall protect me.
Oh no!
Wait, she's half in a hole and
Wow.
she's got dexterity.
I have advantage on some saving throws. I forget which ones. I think it was.
It's not
with-
Dex for the dwarf.
I don't-
right?
You're actually okay.
No,
So-
from the drink that he gave me last
Yep.
session.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's I think it was int, wisdom, and charisma, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, you're correct. That's what it was.
Sorry, I have to find my notes on that, but I'm pretty sure it was that set of 3. But Hadlin, you're fine. Reed, not so much. Bruce, not so much. Critty,
Yeah,
you
Drum
are
falls on
extra
his
fine.
ass.
Yes. Drom falls down. So let's do this. Critty, roll a d20 for me. Okay. You're fine. You're still able to maintain your handstand balance as you are continuing down the hole, so you're fine. Drom, roll a d20 for me.
5.
As you fall down on the rope to such a point that you realize you are restricting Critty from moving down into the hole any further.
Okay.
Easy to remedy, but just you are now preventing Critty from moving into the hole any further. You basically like fell on the rope and tangled yourself up.
Okay.
Everybody else, you feel rocks starting to fall around you. You get hit with a few. You lose your balance a little bit. Bruce, you're going to try to continue to cast a spell, I imagine, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a con save with disadvantage. Okay, very nice. You are able to continue casting the spell. But you are aware that the next time, based on everything that happens, it may not be the same result. This one doesn't seem to have been as kind of rock slidey as the previous ones. I will
Rock slidey.
rock slidey. I will make that an adjective for this term. Everybody else is able to avoid it except Reed. However, it's not really any damage. You kind of fall but pop right back up. So, but you do find it weird that you kind of lost your balance. That's not normal for you. So
This place is giving me the creeps.
Agreed.
okay, Critty, roll another d20 for me. Okay. Your little friends dig all the way. You see what is the source of light, but you feel that you are not able to progress. Something is preventing you from going down into the hole any further. It feels like you are being pulled on at your waist.
I will still try to reach down with my right hand, but with my left hand, I'm going to push at my waist and try to get the thing off.
Okay, roll just a dexterity saving throw. Not dexterity saving, just a dex check. You are in a very tight hole, so you're trying to maneuver your hand to kind of come back to your waist after it's extended. You're like hands first, right? And you're in this hole that's very tight to begin with, and you keep on like pulling your hand back and like smacking yourself in the face. You just can't get your hand free to get to your
Cutting
waist.
yourself, Critty.
That's basically what it is. So her right hand is like reaching down and she just like smack, trying to get to what she sees is the source of light. But you do see the source of light now. And everybody else, what are you doing at this point?
I'm gonna try and untie Drom, and free up slack for Critty. I want to see where she's going. So as I untie him, I'll tie the end again to my waist and move up right next to her.
Okay. And Drom, are you kind of assisting what you got tangled? Were you trying to untangle? Or what were you doing?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Easily enough. Drom could probably do it by himself. It wasn't like a major tangle or anything like that. So you guys are able to free it. Critty, all of a sudden you're like thump and fall. Right hand taking the brunt of your weight. You are now touching what you appear as the source of light. We'll get to you again in a second. But Drom and Reed have managed to free up slack in order to get Critty, to let Critty go down further. Bruce is continuing to cast. Balin has been freed at this point, and I figure you guys knew that. But Ellie, Hadlin, and Balin, what are you doing? I believe whatever is going to happen is going to close off that part of the cave next. Maybe we need to move.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yes,
sure we're
let's
trapped
move.
here. I don't know how long we're going to be able to hang out for this dude's spell.
The only other option is to run in there, but I don't think that's a smart idea.
I like it.
not knowing how it works, what about something like the tiny hut thing? I mean,
That
that
also
gonna
has a
prevent-
long cast time.
oh, okay. Well, poop.
If you go in, Hadlin, I will go in with you. I will not leave you on your own.
Yeah, I'll go in. I'll go with Hadlin, whatever Hadlin wants to do.
Well, we're either going to in the hole that apparently Reed says leads nowhere, or we come here what we came to do. I mean, we're trying to give, Brucey here time to cast this spell, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do it.
Just keep this crap off me.
Can I go over and give him like shield from the rocks at a detriment to myself or something like that? So if he flubs his dex save on the next rock slide, I can kind of prevent it.
The thing is, you see what happened over here. It's basically a cave-in. So if
we
you
gotta go somewhere. So like what we're saying, basically, like, so how are we gonna keep things off you when we gotta? But yeah, things aren't making sense, pals.
That's
Just keep whatever that thing is busy. Run around, sing a song. I don't know. I just need a few more minutes.
All right. Well, I mean, say less. I take a potion out of my belt and say, not much left after this if I drink this. So, y'all ready? I'm charging.
I am right behind you.
Am I seeing any of this?
You can hear it. Nobody's being quiet at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not about a lot. Hadlin go by himself. Critty, last chance. What are you doing?
Does anyone have a spell that can contact her in her mind or something since she's not speaking?
Yes, I can't catch it right now.
Drom, Elione, like message, anything.
yeah. Got
Just to interrupt, you all know that Critty wears a ring of mind shielding. It's not going to work.
Mhm.
So don't waste a spell slot. You all know that she wears it, and you will remember that.
Someone put a blank piece of paper in front of her. Make her write something. She can't resist that. Come on, give her a
And that's-
book.
I'll take the atlas that I've been carrying around since session 1 out of my pack. I'll sort of hold it up like, look, Critty, words.
that works with against sending as
Yeah.
well. Just
It's up to her if she wants to allow it. Ultimately,
Yeah, that's
so
what I thought.
and I think
thought-
she has it. She has it turned on that she doesn't want anything at this point.
I am currently not paying attention to anybody.
Yep.
So that is both psychic and you're talking to me.
All right. Well, Bruce, you're obviously not going anywhere for a few more minutes. I'll untie the rope for myself, tie it around Bruce's waist. Keep an eye on her. Hopefully your stuff will be ready soon. And
Well, if she actually goes somewhere, Bruce is going to go with her, and it's going to interrupt his spell. So he's
Mhm.
probably not the best one to tie it to.
Out around a rock, my God.
all right, I'll tie it around a big rock next to him.
Okay. Easy enough.
And I will follow Hadlin wherever he heads.
Okay.
So the last time that we heard the voice or the rock slide, give me like a direction or something.
Where the dragon is from, right here, up at the top.
All right. Well, how do you use it? I guess I need to use an item for that potion. I'm trying to see how I use it. You actually click a button to use it?
I don't think there's a use button for the items.
Oh, okay. So I'll just
You just kind of do it and remember the effects, basically.
I'm gonna say my prayer to Morden before I drink this. I'm gonna say, King under the mountain, King of kings, from the depths of stone we call. Heed our song, fill our hearts. In the name of Morden the Allfather we call. Speed our hammers, guide our axes, as from the dusty plains we call. Far ahead is the test, plentiful times are past. In the name of Morden the Allfather we call. And I drink a potion.
Which potion is that?
A potion of Cloud Giant strength. My strength becomes 27.
Nice.
Roll a D100 for me.
$93.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Gosh, I hope that's good. 93 out of 100.
Okay. In addition, hold on, let me look at your character sheet again. Give me 1 second. Okay.
Boy, I really have no idea how to make my strength 27 temporarily. I guess I can just manage my character sheet temporarily and increase my stat.
Well, so 27 would add what? It's 9, right? So you would add +4 to your strength modifiers.
Because my strength is only +4 right now. My strength is only 18.
Yeah, so you would go to a +8.
Okay. All right, so I'll just add +4 more. Hopefully I remember that.
And because of your prayer, very nice job with that, you feel a blessing from Muradin come over you. You get an additional +3 on all of your attacks for this encounter.
Cool.
Nicely done.
And the potion lasts for an hour, so hopefully it lasts for a long time.
Yep. So you can add +7 to all of your attacks and then +4 to all of your damage. If you want to just make a note of that.
+7 and +4. Okay.
Okay. So Hadlin's going in. Balin is following. Reed is following. Ellie is following. Bruce is staying behind. Critty is continuing to dig. And Drom, I think, said he was going to follow Reed. I don't know if Grim is back yet, but Drom said he was going to follow Reed. And so I can move his character. That being said, Hadlin, I leave it to you. Okay. And I'll move Reed. Where are you going?
I'm the furthest back and the slowest moving one, so I was kind of waiting to see
I'll
where
assume-
Drum and everyone else.
I'll assume you guys are all kind of moving together. So you can be with the group. If you wanted to be in the front, you would have been able to shift and everything while Hadlin is
I will
drinking
get
his
there and I
potion.
will immediately stealth as I get to that corner.
Okay. Ellie said that she had mom's stuff, so I will move Ellie and assume she's towards the back.
You need a stealth roll for me?
Yes. Please roll a stealth roll. Hadlin, I assume you are not stealthing.
Yeah, not at this point. There's no reason.
Okay.
No need.
All right. So, you guys get to this point. While we wait for Ellie, we will go back to Critty. Critty, you now see the source of light that your vision had previously mentioned to you. You'd have to basically dive completely body first into the hole to get it. I assume you are, right?
Yep, going for it.
Okay. You managed to grasp onto a book. What do you do?
I'm going to cast comprehend languages and open the book and attempt to read it.
Okay. Give me 1 second here. Okay. You open the book. All you get is a pure vision of white. That is it. As you look into the book, there is no words. There is nothing. There is a title that you see, and all it says is Book of Returns.
Book of Returning?
Returns.
Book of Returns.
Yep.
It's just a list of names from the library.
Okay.
Your quest, should you accept it, is to get all the books back from these people.
It's the Yelp reviews of this cave. That's why it's all the return bookings. Like, this place sucked.
Am
And
I able to put my right hand on the page of the book?
like, so you open the book and you put like your hand. Yeah.
I've opened the book and I'm trying to touch it with my right hand.
Yep. Nothing happens. You do hear a voice as you do that, though.
Okay.
And it is the voice of your father. Just says, I knew you would find the treasure, honey. And that's it.
Okay. Can I attempt to close the book?
Yeah.
And does the bright light disappear, or like,
Yes.
does it look like a normal book now?
It looks like a normal book. Yes.
Can I put it in my backpack?
Yeah. Well, at the moment, no. Because you can't get your hands free to get to your backpack. You're kind of head first in a hole holding a book.
Wow. Okay. So I'm
You're in the hole.
that
Yes.
much in a hole. I thought I fell into like a cavern.
No. It's literally just like a tube that you are in.
Gotcha. All right. Well,
Your badgers are now just standing there kind of looking at you.
Yes. So
And they have a little more, they have more time if you wanted them to do something, so.
not really. Can I look around at the bottom of the hole now that the light's gone? Do I see anything else?
Nope. By feeling around, it looks like just your width as kind of a diameter of a circle that has been dug out. That's it. Just enough for you to get to the book.
So am I aware of the rope around me now?
Yeah. You're
Okay.
aware something is kind of was tugging at you at the waist, and you're pretty sure that they probably tied something to you, given that you went headfirst into a hole. So
Mm-hmm. But now I'm just dangling.
correct, because there is a lot of slack to said rope that is now attached to a rock. So yeah, you have to somehow manage.
Well, I mean, it's like a 50-foot rope. So, I mean, it's, she's maybe tied off with, 5 feet out of the hole.
I know, but have you
No.
ever tried to pull yourself out of a hole while like headfirst down in said hole?
No, I've been fortunate enough in my life to avoid
Exactly.
that situation.
There's nothing you can grab onto. Her hands are in front of her, and the rope is on her waist.
You were just making it sound like she was dangling all of a sudden.
No.
How
She's not
deep is
like
this hole?
dangling, but yeah, her hands are on the ground as she has created it. Yes. But yeah.
Okay, so there is a Critty-sized hole,
Mm-hmm.
and Critty is dangling in the hole attached to a rope.
Mm-hmm. That has a lot of
There's
slack.
Nobody around anymore.
Except your badgers.
Except my badgers, which I don't think they would be able to lift me out of the hole if I taught them.
No,
told
they
them pull on a rope.
they would not.
So I am going to use my polymorph at will that I have, and I'm going to polymorph into a small bat that
Hold
will
on 1 second. Okay. Roll a sleight of hand for me.
a sleight of hand. Okay. 14.
Okay. Polymorph is a 4th level spell?
Usually yes, but I have a once a day at will.
No, that's fine. I just want to know the spell level. I think it's a 4th level spell. As long as it is, you are good. Yeah, it's a 4th level spell. You got a 14. Yep, you're good. You're able to cast it.
Okay. So I'm
Sorry,
just
there's
gonna,
a just so you know, there's a somatic component, meaning that you have to use your hands to cast it. So I wanted to see if you were actually able to cast while
Gotcha.
holding a book down in a hole, but you're fine with the 14.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm gonna just become a small little bat so that the rope falls away from me, and I'm gonna just flutter my way up to the ground level and then become Critty again.
Okay, roll a strength check for me. Because as a bat, you are trying to hold on to said book as well, I imagine.
Well, that's why I tried to stick it in my backpack.
Yeah, you couldn't reach your backpack. Remember, your
Oh,
hands
that's
are.
right. Right.
Maybe you should change to an African swallow.
Oh my god. You are able to hold on to the book as a bat. You are
Okay.
clutching this thing like it is the most important thing.
It is. It
Yeah.
is the most important thing in the world to me right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay. You
So
managed
I'm
to
going
fly
to
out.
become Critty again up here away from my hole, and I see Bruce.
Okay. You see Bruce continuing to cast right now. Bruce, there's about 5 minutes left on your cast, just FYI.
And I'm going to stick it in my backpack now, so my hands are free
Okay.
now that I'm out of the hole.
So we'll leave that now to the side. That has concluded. Ellie is back, so that's good. And Grim, you're back too?
Well, I'm not back. I'm got my
Yeah.
headset on, but I'm not anywhere near my computer.
Okay. Got it. Do you want me to do some rolls and stuff for you? Because we're about to start the combat initiatives. Do you want me to roll initiative for you? Or
Yeah, sure.
okay. Okay. So
Or you
we'll
put me to sleep again?
no.
That's not until round 2.
Yeah, that's later. That's later. Don't worry. Okay, Hadlin, the somewhat separated group here is following you as you go in. As you approach, what do you do?
Shield and battle axe is out, and I'm just
Let me
walking
ask.
through.
Let me ask this way: are you planning on attacking as soon as you see it? Are you trying to talk with it? What is your intent as you walk in?
I would be, I guess. So it's the staff that's actually doing this stuff right now and doing whatever something.
You're not sure. You only hear the voice of the staff. I left the dragon up here for now.
Yeah, we don't actually know it's there. Right?
Exactly. You know that it was in there in the previous time, so you know that's kind of like the dragon area. As you approach, I'll update kind of what's happening over there. But yes, you've only heard the voice of the staff. You have not heard the dragon.
So I guess especially with what's going on and what we're about to do, I would cast another spell before we walk into the room proper for sure. So my mirror images will go up.
Okay, so let me do this then. Before you guys go in, this particular group, so Hadlin, Drom, Reed, Balin, and Ellie, you guys are able to cast based on the timings of when the other rock slides have. If you guys are going into the room, you have the ability to cast 2 spells at most before running into the room. So you guys decide if there's anything else you want to cast, but you guys have the ability to cast 2 spells. You have about 12 seconds.
Oh, yeah. I want to cast a ton of stuff.
Or do an action, whatever it is, but you have effectively 12 seconds before you know you have to go in there before another rock slide comes and potentially crushes Bruce and Critty.
But we don't know what's happening in this other room. I mean, you've just told us that, we might be getting ready for a fight, but our characters don't know that. So
no, but you know, so what you know so far is that you have to distract the dragon within about 15 seconds. Otherwise, it's going to cast another rock slide. It's been doing this pretty much every minute.
so we know the dragon is doing it.
Well, the rod. I should say the rod.
Right.
You've heard the rod doing it.
Yeah, but we know we're going into a dragon fight. So we know we're going into a fight.
You know this is where the dragon was previously. And you've heard only the voice of the rod. You haven't heard the voice of the dragon. And the rod has been doing this every minute. So you're about 15 seconds away from the rod once again causing a rock slide. And the rock slide has come closer and closer each time, with the last one actually happening where you were, but just not the full cave-in as in the previous one sounded. And so you're pretty sure if you don't do something within 15 seconds, Another rock slide is going to crush where Bruce and Critty were, where you all were, where the mild rock slide happened, where it was not as rock slidey.
Okay, so I was actually serious. I do want to cast something.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on the rod.
You have to see it though, don't you?
Can I see it from where I am?
So I'm assuming that where do you guys want to cast? Because where you were previously, you were out of line of sight of the dragon. If you're casting it once you're in line of sight, it's a little different before you get into this hallway. So
Yeah,
let me
'cause
know
I mean,
when you want to cast.
I had a good stealth roll.
Yes.
So as I see it, I will cast Hunter's Mark, and I will immediately try to stealth again and prep myself for an assassinate shot on it with my bow.
Got it.
So while
Roll
I'm
a
running, do I have
perception
to
check.
be somewhere else? Or?
No, you're okay where you are. Roll a perception for me.
20.
Okay.
I want to do something before you take a shot there, Reed.
Okay.
Okay. We'll give everybody a shot before doing that. Don't
Mhm.
worry. Where is
And
the
yeah. And you said we're able to do 2 spells?
Yes, you have about 12 seconds before you know you kind of have to rush in there. So
Do you want if you want to go in an order, let me know. If you want like just me to do my second one. Or
at
something
this
like that.
point, no order is needed unless somebody is running in. So, okay.
Well, I'm getting ready to run in for sure, and I'm
Yes.
gonna add that to the
Oh, come on.
to the
List of Hadlin
Appearance.
buffs.
the list of Hadlin's buff. Hadlin just turned into a very large dwarf.
Okay.
I want to buff Hadlin too.
Yes,
Okay.
thank
I
you.
want to encourage Hadlin that as he runs into the room to scream his name and then
There
say,
we
"Let's
go.
do this."
Okay. So, are you doing? I'm assuming you're doing mirror image after you do enlarge reduce.
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
So
I
there
didn't-
are
I didn't
now.
actually know we were gonna have the chance to do 2 like
Yeah.
that. So yeah.
Okay,
Because
so-
I wanted. Obviously, the point is I'm trying to gather attention, and a large Hadlin definitely does that.
Mm-hmm. So there are now 4 very large Hadlins. Okay. Drom is casting his holy weapon. Okay.
Actually, I'm casting that on Reed's bow.
Okay.
It says you imbue a weapon you touch with holy power.
Let me see.
If the weapon isn't already a magic weapon, mine's a magic weapon.
Oh, is it magic? Oh,
Yeah.
darn.
Good idea, though. That's awesome, though.
Well, no, if it says
No,
it
no,
isn't
no.
already a magic weapon, it becomes one.
It becomes one. No, it can still do it to a magic weapon.
Can it? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, for sure, that's like the best paladin like weapon there is too. Because paladin, you should always
Reed,
do that,
do one thing for me.
Mhm.
Roll an insight check for me.
Oh, not good. 7.
Drom, roll a perception check for me because Reed has stealthed. Reed doesn't know you're about to cast this on his weapon.
Oh no.
Outstanding.
This is what I was trying to figure out. Like, what?
25.
You beat his 20, so nice job. You do see.
Yeah, I walk over to Reed, touch his bow, and Reed's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, how'd you know I was here?"
I let him beat your perception check, not your stealth check, so you're fine. So yes,
I am the knight.
yeah. So you do notice, and yes, okay. So Reed,
Awesome.
you have the holy weapon.
Okay, so it's an extra 2d8 plus I have Hunter's Mark.
You have a lot of multipliers.
Mm-hmm.
Plus whatever sneak attack will be. Oh yeah, this is gonna
Okay.
be fun
So
if I get
that
this
being
assassinate
said,
off.
And
With your hunter's mark, you do not see the rod right now.
Oh, really?
You do not see the rod or the dragon.
Well, I said that I would have moved to wherever I needed to. That's why I was trying to ask you, like,
So,
where do you need me to move to be able to see
While
it?
stealth, you move around within this hallway to try and see it. You do not.
Okay, if I didn't see it, I would have held off on Hunter's Mark.
Yes, I'm assuming you have held off on hunter's mark. I'm assuming
But
you have
I
not.
want to use that as one of those like
You want to just
combat things.
okay.
So
So
could I almost have it prepped to where as soon as I see it, I would have cast it
Yes, I will give
would
you a potential to be able to cast Hunter Mark and fire all as one action, since you
Okay.
have some time to prep. I'll give you an opportunity. You'll have to do a roll, but you will have a chance.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay. And my second spell is going to be hitting Hadlin with a Death Ward.
Okay.
and hopefully my internet or anything doesn't go out. It's pouring rain here, really, really bad out of nowhere. So
Oh,
if we
boy.
lose Hadlin, that's
Yeah,
not going to be
it's,
good.
it's
So
thundering
Yeah,
and
I
lightning
hope-
outside as well here.
yeah, it's Arizona and it's raining here, right? In a really important battle, of course.
It's dramatic weather.
okay.
Immersive. The combat
Um,
music begins.
And Balin will cast Mirror Image as well. So let me use some of the icons here because I need to start. Let's see. We'll use the little eye icon. I'll put it on Hadlin too. So we'll put the little eye icon for Mirror Image.
Because
yeah.
I don't know if everybody had their stuff. Please do remember that I inspiringly lead her every day, so you do still have the temporary hit points in case you didn't have your sheets updated. Because I know Ouchie needed to get her spell slots back. I don't know if everybody remembered to do that or not.
I said, how many hit points is that?
It's still 15. But before combat, I do that every morning.
Yeah.
And I wanted
That
to
is
make
true.
sure that you guys remember about it.
Cool.
That's a good thing. I don't have that on balance sheet.
Thank you,
either.
because I do not remember those things.
Yeah.
I don't
why
even have it
wanted
on
to double
balance
check.
sheet. So yes, everyone, please make sure you add it.
Yeah.
How many
went
hit
up to
points?
level
15?
15, yeah.
Everyone
Yeah.
except Bruce
Nice.
will have that because Bruce was not with the group at the morning. So
Yeah.
okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, I don't think I'm doing anything else with Balin at the moment. Okay. All right. So,
Okay, wait. I gotta do my stuff.
yep, go ahead and do your stuff. I was just about to
Um,
ask if anything else.
I'm gonna do my blade song
Okay.
because I've not ever even used that yet.
Whoa.
And then, Hadlin, do you want to be hasted?
Yep.
Then I'm hasting Hadlin.
Okay.
Let me click all the buttons.
Twist his arm, why don't you?
We've turned Hadlin into some kind of something. Uber fighting machine.
Oh, that's not mine.
Anime protagonist.
He's the dwarf
Yeah.
version of Speedy Gonzalez now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oh, my headset's missing it. Where's the stupid haste at?
Not mine.
Alan, I'm just covering this right now because I'm really strong and stuff like that. I probably shouldn't break the staff of Ukatoa, right?
Please. Well,
Right?
maybe you should. Maybe you should. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, snap.
I mean, I could, but that,
That
seems
is-
bad.
Just right over his knee. Hey. You think you're
Okay.
tough?
No, he does the whole Slim Jim commercial.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
man,
snap
right
into
there.
it.
Oh yeah.
Just breaks it off with
Takes a
his
bite
teeth
out of it instead.
and takes 2,000 damage immediately.
Oh my.
Oh,
Blade
no.
Song doesn't have a button. It just has a thing for me to tick when I've done it. It looks
Okay,
like.
it's probably a once a day kind of ability thing. So let me
It's
just
four times per long rest.
Okay.
I think it's tied
And
to our proficiency.
okay, so it's just okay.
Do you
So
want me
you
to-
gain a bonus to your armor class equal to your intelligence modifier. So just make sure you make note of that. You have a
Oh,
faster
God,
walking
I can't
speed.
remember. I have mom brain. I
That's
cannot
okay.
remember these things. Okay. Yeah. Walking speed increases by 10 feet.
Mhm,
Advantage on acrobatics.
mhm.
Plus 5 bonus to any con saving throw.
Yep.
To make
To
when you're trying to
maintain
concentrate.
concentration,
Yeah.
which you will need because you are trying to maintain haste on Hadlin, which is quite important. Okay. So main thing, what is your armor class right now?
Let me pull up the correct tab. 17.
17. So for the purposes of this battle, your armor class is currently 22. Let me double check that. Yeah, you have a +5 to int. So yes. So currently your armor class is 22. Just remember that.
Should I? I'm just going to remember that. I don't need to.
Yeah, you don't have to write it down anywhere because that's just part of your blade song ability. So just remember that
Right.
your armor class
Okay.
is 22. Okay. Any
And
last
40
things?
walking speed.
For the purposes of the combat, you can assume that all durations will start as soon as combat starts. So even though you're casting haste now, we will assume that it starts as soon as combat starts. So you don't have to count against the 1 minute during the prep, Hadlin. Just FYI. Okay. If everyone is ready, Hadlin, do what you're about to do. I think everyone is following you right now.
We've turned Hadlin into a Jaeger.
I know.
Pacific Rim. He's got giant strength and mirrors and.
Okay. So, Hadlin, you just go into the cave and you're trying to get it, right? Distracting,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yep.
Okay.
Staff, Elith the Nocturno, I'm here for you to reclaim Kegheim. Let's go.
All right. Everyone move into where you are following Hadlin. I'll usually be somewhere right around there.
I mean, I would, wherever I can both hide and still have a clear shot.
Yeah. And then Ellie. Okay. Everybody, roll a perception check for me, except Reed, because I know you've been looking for the rod already. As you come in here, roll a perception.
Bruce, right?
Why did it not roll? Is it not showing up?
Is what not showing up?
Balance. I'm not seeing balance roll. No, I'm hearing it, but I'm not seeing it. Hold on.
Yeah, it seems like
Probably
roll
roll.
20 and
There
Oh,
it is.
there it
everything's-
is.
Yeah, there you
Okay.
go.
Yeah, so 14, 21.
Balin
Ellie.
was buffering.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know what it was. Okay. All of you walk in and nobody sees anything.
Wow. How stealthy is this stick?
Suddenly, Hadlin, what is your AC currently?
Oh God.
It's like
25.
30 or like
25.
Okay. Let me get all the stats here.
plus the mirror image plus
Yeah, plus the mirror images.
Yep. So we'll have to do all that if it hits. Okay. So that's that. Now, let me read mirror image really quick again. God. You have so many freaking buffs right now. Okay. Okay. Hadlin, roll a d20. Very nice. Actually, okay, I'll give you a bonus because you actually.
It's either great or horrible.
No, it's for the mirror image.
Oh, good. Okay.
Natural 20 is always good.
Natural 20 is always good. Okay, so from the shadows, you all can see this. Suddenly, eyes pop open, and you see a claw come and attack Hadlin. And the claw disperses one of the mirror images. A second claw comes after Hadlin. Hadlin, roll another d20. Another mirror image is removed. And then a bite comes as it attempts to now bite the Mega Hadlin.
I thought you said a bike.
No, not a bike, a bite. The bite. Okay, Hadlin,
It
one
got so
more.
frustrated, just threw a bicycle at him.
One more d20.
This is a tables, ladders, and chairs dragon fight.
So with one mirror image left, the bite kind of manages to get a bite on Hadlin for 11 damage. Minus if you have anything else that does damage reduction, but otherwise it's 11 damage, piercing.
Okay.
As the dragon bites down on Hadlin. And in front of you is now the dragon. As it is looking right at Mega Hadlin. You all notice, however, one thing different about said dragon. In its forehead now appears a third eye, the same eye that you saw with the rod of Ukutoa. And you just hear it say, "It's playtime." You don't hear the dragon say anything. You almost hear it as if it's from the eye. Reed, roll a d20 twice for me. Okay.
14 and a 16.
Okay. As the dragon is distracted by all the mirror images of Hadlin, you do have the ability now, as an opening salvo, to do a attack on it. However,
On the
it
dragon?
has on the dragon. However, I believe assassinate means you have to go before it. So since it actually got the jump on you, I don't think you get assassinate, but you do have the attack on it, correct?
Assassinate works at when combat starts. If it gets like a quick surprise round, I don't think combat has started yet, has it?
I think technically that
It's got to be part of a surprise
Yeah.
round. So since the dragon's going first and initiating, so no assassinate,
but you do get a
everything
free
else
attack
still.
on it. Yep.
Okay.
All right.
That's why I asked.
So now, I guess here's the question. I was holding the hunter's mark to see the.
You are able to
rod.
cast Hunter's Mark and fire, and it does not seem to have spotted you, so you can do everything with advantage.
Okay, so I'll do that on the dragon then. So.
Yep. Yeah, I assume you were doing it with whatever you saw. You see the eye of Ukutoa on the dragon, so I'll assume it's all just one thing for your action.
All right, so on the dragon.
Mhm.
So it's 29 to hit.
29 does hit.
Okay, so now I got to start adding all of this extra stuff. So damage on this is going to be 28.
Okay.
Okay, and then plus Hunter's Mark. So it's 32 plus 2d8s.
Okay.
42 damage.
Okay. Definitely put a chunk into this dragon, but he seems to be okay.
And I will then promptly try to hide again.
I will assume that Hunter's Mark is kind of like your bonus action, right? So you wouldn't have
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah. So I wouldn't be able to.
stealth again
stealth, so-
immediately. But
I will stand bravely right behind Giant Drum.
and Hadlin, who are
Yes.
now both very much bigger than you.
I will be ankle height on the two of them very happily here.
All right, everybody, roll initiative. Let us get this official now.
Get that tracker up first.
Oh yeah, let me get the tracker.
Did Bruce finish his spell? Because I'm
There we
just
go.
hanging out with him.
Bruce has not finished the spell. He has about 4.5-ish minutes left.
Oh, did it not get my? I didn't.
No,
like
I forgot
it.
to
God,
bring
I
the
rolled a
tracker
crap
up.
initiative.
I didn't bring the tracker up, but you can just roll again, and your 28 will count.
Okay.
Don't worry, I will make your 28 count. You have to click on your icon though that you do have to
I thought I did.
do.
Oh, I totally have to get the alert feat eventually.
So mine's oh, I probably put it 15.
Do you want me to roll initiative even though I'm not in that room?
Not yet. I will have your action at the end of each round, and then we'll see what you want to do. So,
I select Finn. I clicked.
remove your token and then bring it back. Actually, hold on. Let me do this. I think I might be able to. No, I don't think I can.
No,
actually.
I'll do it one more time. Do it one more time.
I can add you manually though. Don't worry. Okay.
Did it work that time?
It's okay. I can add you. We'll do this. Ellie. And then yours was a 28. So let's add you.
Hey, you hit the little newspaper looking icon, right?
No, you click on your icon on the actual map.
Well, yeah, I did that.
And then you go to your
And that
D&D
didn't work.
Beyond and you roll initiative, and that's it.
Yeah. So then I tried to click on the other.
Yeah, that's okay. I added you manually, so you're good now.
Okay.
So let me do this and do enter. So there's Ellie and sort descending. Okay, I think is everyone's initiative correct? I know I started it late, but I think everyone's good now. Okay. And all right, let me roll now, Mr. Dragon. Okay. Okay. So, actually, Critty, go ahead and roll your initiative, because then it'll be easier to add you when you join. Okay, then. That's something. All right. So, yeah. All right.
That could not make more sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that being said, let me do this really quick. This over here. Okay, so the first to go is actually the dragon. So the dragon looks at you and says, actually, no, sorry. Ellie got a 28. Never mind. Ellie, you go first. My bad.
Oy. Oy.
Sorry, I had to reorder, and then I still had to scroll down to Hadlin's 19 being the highest.
Right. Okay. So he's got. Does it look like? Do we see the rod, or is the rod in its head? Like,
you believe the rod is now fused with it. From previous things, you had the vision of it.
Can I do like investigation or something to try to get more information about what exactly is happening with the rod and the dragon's head?
It wouldn't be an investigation. It would be a fairly high Arcana DC. But you can try it. You can do
I'm gonna try it.
Yeah, go ahead and do an Arcana. No, you're not sure exactly what is happening. You know they fuse together, but that's pretty much it.
Right. Okay. All right. So. Gosh. I don't like going first. All right. I've got Hadlin hasted, so I'm concentrating. Who is the dragon looking at? Or who's
right now it was going after Hadlin, because Hadlin was the first one in, is basically what you can figure.
Right, but he's just got his attention turned, or is he?
He's facing all of you guys right now. He just happened to attack Hadlin first.
Okay. All right. Well. I didn't want to dragons. I'm sorry. This kid is making me a little distracted.
Hmm.
And what happened to Hadlin exactly? Hadlin, did you
There
get
was
hit?
2 claws that came at him.
Right, the mirror.
It
the mirror
removed 2 of the
images
images, and then while there was 1 image left, the dragon did manage to bite. Hadlin.
bite with his bike.
Yes, with his bike.
Let me look at where we are. Okay, we are really close to the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't do. Can't do anything like that. That needs concentration. And it's just the dragon in here. There's nothing hiding behind the dragon.
Nothing you can see at the moment with your previous perception check.
Oh boy. What is the range on this thing? Nope, that needs concentration. I'm kind of stumped right now.
If you want, you're welcome to hold your action. You won't have your bonus or your move, but you can wait to do like an action.
Right. Well, I don't think I need to move anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, we can't. We're in this little. If I try to go up and around, that's going to probably move away from the dragon, and then I don't want him to hit me while I'm. Yeah, I think I'm just going to have to hold my action right now because I'm not sure.
Okay. So next up is the dragon. So the dragon looks at all of you and says, "Time to play." And it begins casting a spell. Anyone that has Arcana, even if you don't have Counterspell, can do an Arcana check to figure out what it is casting.
Is anyone proficient at Arcana?
Yes. Actually, no. Anyone with Arcana. Actually, if you want,
why
you can
not?
roll. Yeah, anyone with Arcana. You just may not fully understand what's going on, but yeah.
It's a spell.
Okay. Balin knows. Reed would know. He just wouldn't be able to make anything of it, I think. Yeah. Okay, so yeah. Reed and Balin would know that the dragon is attempting to cast Hypnotic Pattern right now.
Does that cause the frightened condition?
It causes a charmed condition.
Damn, that's worse.
And Balin has additional knowledge of knowing what level it is because of his check. So as this thing is casting, yeah, we can't lose people. We're already kind of screwed. Yeah, you see Balin cast a counterspell, as you've seen him do before. That sucks. Okay. All right, so that was that. So the dragon was attempting to cast something. Reed and Balin know what it was, and you see Balin do his usual counterspell and get rid of it. The dragon also. Let me check what else.
Yay, Balin! Where did stop that NPC?
Hush you! Hey, I still had to get the roll in order to play it, so.
Oh, hey, very well played.
um. Okay, and then oh my God, Durgan. Okay, so then
That's a good idea. I should have done that.
oh my God.
Bergen, you could have told me that 5 minutes ago.
You gotta wait until Hadlin's ready to hug it.
You see the dragon say, "Nicely done. Not next time." And everyone roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
I think I got a 16.
Looks it.
Okay. As far as you know, the dragon suddenly disappears.
What?
Yeah. And it is now Hadlin's turn. Corinth?
Yeah, sorry, I was
Oh.
muted. I'm gonna attack
What
anyway.
is Heidelin?
I'm gonna attack anyway. I got 4 attacks. So first attack is, if you want me to roll anyway, I'll just attack one straight in front of me. If it's not there, I'll chuck a javelin in a random direction,
Okay.
and then I'm just
You're just attacking, basically hoping to hit it, is what
Yep.
you're doing. Okay.
Exactly.
All right. Yeah. Go ahead and roll your first attack, and let me know where you intend on attacking. So
well, first one I'll just do straight in front of me again, like it didn't actually move.
let me do this really quick because I'm gonna move.
Pretending it's
there. Yeah. Hold on. So let me do one adjustment on my side really quick so I can move it where it is. And I'll give you guys a chance to actually hit it. So, okay. All right. So where are you aiming? Sorry, I need to see where you're
I'll
aiming.
just go like straight in front of me there again.
Okay. And this is with.
I'll do my battle axe still.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Go ahead and roll your attack.
Come on, Madeline.
Yeah, that's not a good way to start.
Oh.
Great way to start. Great way to start.
That's okay. That's all right.
All right. So you are convinced that the dragon is still there, so you take a mighty swing with your battle axe, and when nothing is there, it throws you off completely, and you loosen the grip, and the battle axe falls right by your feet.
All right. Since I know it's not in front of me, this time I'll take a javelin, and I will just not worry about my axe right now, and just throw a javelin over there.
Okay. Roll your attack.
Javelin.
Oh God.
Okay. Roll damage.
So that's gonna be. I have to do this manually. Sorry.
It's okay.
So 15 plus 16. So 16 total.
Okay. So you throw the javelin over here, and with great impact, the javelin lodges itself into the rock. You see a very large hole made by 16 damage is a lot for a javelin. Holy crap. Yeah, you see a very large hole created by your javelin in the wall.
All right. I'll go.
And where is that?
Over here.
All right, next one's where
I didn't see where you pinged.
Yeah, I didn't see yours, but Sorry.
Do you see it over here?
It was here, right?
Yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't see your ping, Finn, but
Oh, you're not seeing it? Okay, hold on. Let me see if this works. But yeah, it's over there.
okay. Okay.
Do you see that one?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. All right. Third attack would be here.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
Oh,
Gosh. I'm doing great here.
Hey, at least you're getting them out of the way right now.
I guess.
Roll a d4 and roll damage for me.
Roll a d4 and d4, which is 1. And then I need to do damage 16 plus d4. 17.
You are so lucky. Okay. I had it so if you rolled a 1 on the d4, another worse roll, I would give you a benefit. So you actually did aim at the right spot. As you throw the javelin, you use all of your might, so you fall prone as you do this, because you use every ounce of strength that you have throwing this javelin, thinking it was there. You do manage to succeed on hitting it, and the javelin pierces the foot of the dragon. The dragon is now... You see the javelin, and you can see where the dragon is at the moment.
Oh, I was hoping he was gone.
No, the dragon is not gone as a result of said javelin. And that was 17, you said?
Correct.
Okay. Okay.
So basically, my javelins are the size of spears right now because everything on me got one size.
Got one size bigger. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I'm
cool.
throwing spears at the dude.
Mhm.
All right, so yeah, then I guess I just have to get back up, right? I probably lose my last attack, I would assume.
Yeah, because you did your... Yeah, you're good. You can stand up or do whatever you need to. Yep.
Okay, and I guess I'll. So should I not use my? I'll use my bonus action to summon my battle axe back to my hand using my Eldritch Knight power.
Okay. You can do that.
Technically, it's a free action, but might
Like
as well just
Mjolnir?
yeah.
Yeah. Hello, TA Podcast. Thank you so much for the raid. We are in the middle of a actual battle against a dragon. Ranger is here.
So quiet though.
Well, I can't do anything. I'm just,
I know.
you know.
Bruce is over there casting a 10-minute spell while you guys are fighting a dragon.
I mean, I didn't, you know, it'd be worth it, but I mean, I can't speed time up any faster.
Okay, so bonus action, you get the battle axe back into your hand. I think that's everything for you, right?
That would be everything. Yep.
Okay. Then we move to Drum.
Actually, technically, I take 6 points of damage from my armor, but you know, that's everything from me now. How about that?
Okay, wait. So you took 6 points of... Oh, you know what? I didn't make you do earlier.
Well, this is the first time I've been in combat. That's the only
It
time it
is,
affects me.
but you've had a enlarge reduce. That's a concentration, right? Or no?
Correct. Yes. Correct. This
Okay.
is the first. Oh, you're right. I did
Yeah.
take an attack.
So
This is
just
the-
we'll do it just starting now because I forgot
Okay,
earlier.
okay.
Go ahead and roll
Sure.
your concentration check with your armor damage. So I think it's a 16 DC, right? 10 plus half the damage, so 13.
So there isn't like a concentration skill.
It's the
right?
Constitution saving throw
There we go.
plus any concentration bonuses you have. Yep, you're good.
Yep. Okay.
So you are maintaining your enlarge reduce.
Got it.
And Drum, to you.
Okay, let's see here. Won't use that yet. We will go with. Oh, come on. No. Damn it, that's not what I want to do. Hold on a second. It's being annoying.
Hmm.
There we go. I'm gonna cast that over where it's standing, centered on it.
Okay. Let's see. Creature takes 4 radiant fail save, half as much on a successful one. Okay. Let me do its. And what's the DC?
The DC is 15.
15. And it's a 15 dex. Okay. Let me get the saving throws. Perfect. Okay. It did successfully make it.
Okay.
So it'll be
See
half
how much damage it does.
Yep.
Eh,
So 21.
talk about crappy freaking damage rolls. Jesus.
No anything there. Perfect. So 21 half, so it'll be, and I'll always round up, so we'll say 11. Same thing with when it happens to you guys. So 11, so 1. Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. After your turn, it goes again. And it looks at all you. Says, "Need more fun!" And starts to yell. It does a shout. Everybody roll a Constitution, not Critty or Bruce, but everybody else roll a Constitution saving throw.
Ugh.
Wow.
Is this to be frightened?
No.
Okay.
It is to not be knocked over. So, ow. Ellie succeeds, but will still take damage. Everybody else.
Hold
Yeah.
on, can I ask a
Yeah,
question real
go
quick
ahead.
before you say it? I have my spell guard shield that says you have advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, and the spell attacks have disadvantage against you. Does that count?
No, because this is a saving throw. That would be a ranged attack if I understand
But
correctly.
is this a spell or a spell effect that he's using to do this?
No.
Attack?
It's a shout attack, so I don't think it's a spell.
Yeah, it's not a spell.
Yeah, it's an ability. This one's an ability.
Okay, because a lot of abilities are categorized as magical effects, so that's why I asked. Cool.
Not this one.
Yeah, this one I think is just a regular ability, so. But I will keep that in mind for the other stuff. That's good to know. Okay, let me get my dice. Which one is it? Where is it? Where'd you go? Damn it. Oh. Yeah, it's over here. Yeah. Misplaced one of my dice. Okay. So it is. I don't have this many dice. Okay, there we go. Okay, so everybody except, well, Reed, if you save, you still take half damage, right? Even on a save?
On dex saves.
On dex, but not con. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So everybody except Ellie takes 52 damage, and
Holy
Ellie
Christ.
takes 26. You take half. And everyone except Ellie is now prone.
Oh, great.
As it yelled out a shout, and it just shook everything around you.
I'm going to use Indomitable and reroll that.
Okay.
So
How much damage was it?
52 damage?
52.
Now remember, we have those 10 hit points, everyone.
Yep.
Did I succeed with 26?
You did.
Yes.
15, not 10.
15, yeah, 15 hit points.
Yeah.
Did you say I took some damage?
You
Vin?
took 26.
Okay.
So yeah, you took half. Hadlin also takes half now.
All right.
Critty and Bruce, you feel a huge shaking coming from that direction. Just FYI.
Gritty, you don't have to hang around for me. By golly, get in there and help your friends.
Oh, where? I just got out of a hole and nobody's around. know
Go
what happened
straight,
there.
take a left. I think you can. I think you can hear the sound of the battle.
Are you sure you don't need me to stick around? Because if we get blocked off, I can still teleport you through it.
I can teleport too. I'm good.
Okay.
Go help the friends clan.
All right. Well, I'm gonna wander in this.
Well, we'll get to your on your turn. We will. Bruce's turn was next.
I turn.
So
I start work.
got it.
Gee, I know what I'm doing. Next.
Okay. So yeah. So that's Bruce. So as a countdown for you, Bruce, I don't know how long this is gonna go. You have 42 rounds left.
So stupid.
You're casting a 10-minute spell.
Well, you didn't give me much choice. I just started casting, but apparently all the time, Critty's in the hole, everything else, I was only in like 4 minutes. I'm like, well, okay.
Mm-hmm. She had badgers help her dig, and the dragon was impatient. Okay, it is Balin's turn. I don't know what this thing.
Are you okay, Finn?
No, I don't know what to do against this thing. I can try stuff. I think I just have to try and eat up stuff for it. Okay. Let me. Yeah, I think I have to try. That last one hurt, so I'm going to. What the hell? Let me see if I can banish it to buy us some time, and then we can just attack it again. Maybe it'll separate the eye and the dragon. Okay. Casting banish on said dragon. Not gonna be good, probably. Let's see. Okay. Well, that worked. It failed the saving throw, but it uses one of its legendary resistances to succeed. So that's one down. At least I'm doing what I need to. God damn it. Let's see. Bonus action. I'll convert. Let's see. I think I can. Yeah, so I cast at a 4th level. I think I can regain the 4th level. I think it's 6. Yeah. So I'm going to use as my bonus action 6 sorcery points and regain the 4th level spell. And then I'll continue to stay behind. And that's Balin's turn. Reed, on you.
I'm gonna sprint up, sort of try to hide in this alcove.
Oh, actually, sorry.
What?
One other thing I need to do before that.
Did the banishment work or not?
Banish would have worked if it did not use its legendary resistance. So it did not.
Okay.
But since everybody in that area did take damage, Hadlin, Ellie, Yeah, Hadlin and Ellie. Do you have a concentration check going, Drom, on anything?
Was it
Your holy weapon, was that a concentration or just a one
let me
and done?
double check here. Holy weapon is concentration.
Okay. So Drom, Hadlin, and Ellie, roll a concentration check. Hadlin and Ellie are at a 23. Drom's, you basically need a...
It's like Constitution save, right?
Yeah, it's a constant.
Wait, what did I
I
click?
have to
clicked
make
the
You
one
did
for
right.
Hunter's Mark.
Oh, that's right. You do have to make one for Hunter's Mark.
Is that the...
Wow.
Oh, no.
Okay. It's a
I'm the
nice job on the
greatest
20.
wizard ever.
You are able to help everyone else concentrate. I will give you guys, you guys get advantage. Hadlin, Ellie, and Drom, roll one more time. You get advantage because of Reed.
Okay.
Nope.
You have no other bonuses, right?
Well, what am I rolling?
You
to
have a
see if
bonus,
my...
Ellie, don't you?
Yeah, but that's the con saving throw for making sure the spell, like the haste, doesn't.
Yeah,
Drop.
that's what you're doing.
Right. Oh, okay.
What
so
is your
yeah,
bonus?
That's +5. It's +5 to that.
So 22, 26.
22.
Oh, you're like one short,
Ugh.
right? You took 26 and you need 10 plus half. So that would be 13 plus 10, 23. You are one short. So unfortunately, everything except Hunter's Mark fades as a concentration check.
Good thing potions don't disappear.
Mm-hmm. Nor does mirror image. So you
So
still have your one mirror image, and
Hattie
Valen
is
has
not
three.
hasted.
He is not
anymore.
hasted. Does your Indomitable from last time go against any kind of exhaustion levels? I have to look up haste.
I don't.
When the spell ends. So after its next turn. Oh, you just have one turn where you can't do anything. But I'll give you an opportunity to break that when it comes to your turn. So, okay. Got it. All right. Sorry. Reed is back to you. Sorry, I wanted to make sure we
Okay.
had those checks in.
Yeah. Okay. So I was there.
Yep.
Would I be able to get off the sneak attack hiding behind now shrinking Hadlin?
Yeah, he's basically normal-sized dwarf Hadlin. But you're still
All right.
smaller as a small versus a medium, so you could hide behind Hadlin. So you would need to use your bonus action to hide, but yes.
Okay, because I was going to look to try to shoot from a sneak attack type position.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping and then I wanted to move and re-hide, but
Yeah, because you're not hidden from the opening round. So,
all right. I'll move to there, and as I sort of dive into the corner, I will stealth.
Okay.
Come on. 27 stealth.
Okay.
And from there, then I will take a short bow attack on it.
Okay. It does not seem to spot you, so you are
Okay.
good.
So it's a 25 to hit.
That does hit.
So it's
It's 33 right
34.
there. Yeah.
33. Yeah, 33 plus Hunter's Mark, which is another 6. So 35 damage.
Okay. Don't you get anything with Holy Weapon?
Didn't that go down?
Yeah, that dropped.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry. So 35 damage. Okay.
I mean, I'll keep using it if you want.
No, not right now. That's one I forgot. Okay.
No problem. And then so diving into the corner, I'm not stealthed anymore, but I will try to tuck myself at least behind some kind of cover if there's anything there.
Okay. So yeah, you can get about half cover if there's an attack against you.
Okay.
Okay. And let's see. Critty. And so you
I
move closer.
moved 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Can I notice anyone ahead of me?
Yeah. When you move there, you do see the group in front of you.
Okay. Can I ascertain their well-being?
Roll
Like,
a
do I see blood spurting at this point? They all took some pretty heavy damage.
roll a perception with advantage. Yeah, you're
23.
able to discern kind of. I'll let everybody kind of tell Critty. So green is above 75% health, yellow is between 25 and 75, and red is below 25. You guys can tell Critty kind of where you are in hit points.
I got a boo-boo.
Valen is yellow.
I'm green.
Okay.
Or yellow, I guess. I don't know. My math sucks. How about that?
Okay. Well, I will.
You have
bless
yellows.
Cure wounds the 4 people that I can see ahead of me.
Okay.
I cannot see Reed where he is.
Okay.
And that's 23 healing.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so everyone gets their 23 healing, I think, except Reed. Yeah, and just keep track. I'll give you guys the opportunity to kind of get a general idea of someone's health, and that's the kind of the system we'll use. So if you're above 75, you can say you're green. Between 75 and 25% health, you're yellow, and below 25 will be red. So you can, if somebody's trying to figure that out, you guys can say your color if they're able to discern it, which Critty in this case was able to. Okay. Any other thing? I think you have a bonus
Not
action
for
if you
me.
wanted to. Okay. So we are, and Ellie, we're about to switch rounds. You still have your action held. Do you want to do anything before the round
Right.
ends?
The thing I really want to do is, well, wait, my concentration's broken. Can I do something else now that takes concentration, or do I have to wait
Yeah.
for the next round?
No. You have a held action, so you can do something else now before your round comes back.
Okay. Wow, I didn't even think about that. Okay. Let's see. All right. Did Pretty just do like a assessment of how hurt everybody was? Is that
She
was
assessed and
happening?
healed everyone. Correct.
okay?
Healed
Including me?
everybody.
Yeah. Drom, Hadlin,
How did I miss
Balin,
that?
and Ellie all gained 23 hit points.
Thank you.
Everyone except
How did I
Reed,
miss
because
that?
Reed
Okay.
is out of line of sight.
Yeah, sorry, I missed that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Where?
Thank you.
Wow, Reed is all the way over there.
Sorry,
Yes.
I had a very adorable dog, keeping my attention for a little bit there,
I think
That's
Critty
Aw.
can
and
relate.
refused to not let me not pay attention to her. So she got in between me and my monitor and my keyboard. Smart dog. Smart dog.
He's always looking there. Let me stick my face right there.
That's pretty much what she did. What you doing?
Okay. So Ellie?
I don't really know much about these kind of dragons.
If you want, roll a Arcana check to get an idea of maybe what you know about said dragons.
Okay, I'll do that.
Not
much.
much. You know
He's
they are
purple.
with a 14. You know purple are a little more on the tricksy side, but
Right,
that's as much as you know.
but nothing about their
Nothing
weaknesses
specific.
or
No. Mm-mm.
Okay, I think what I will do is let's do. Gosh, it just seems like all this stuff probably wouldn't do much at all to the stupid thing. Let's do the storm sphere on him.
Okay.
Unless Hadalin, I'm gonna yell at Hadalin. Hadalin, you want to get hasted again?
Yeah, you should probably wait a few rounds if you're gonna do that, I guess. I mean,
Okay.
maybe I should. I don't know if I know that, right? I know I'm gonna be exhausted. I don't know what would happen if she hasted me when I'm exhausted. Basically.
That's a good question.
Get that dwarf a coffee.
If she casts haste again, I will let her do an Arcana to try and cast it by replacing the fatigue effect. She will have a chance to do it.
Do an Arcana.
If you're casting haste, so.
Oh.
I'll let you guys decide first. Hadlin can say yes or no to wanting a haste now.
I mean, I'm not gonna say no. How about that?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So do Arcana first.
So you're casting haste, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll your Arcana. Let's see if you can do it by removing the fatigue. You are able to. It's a fairly low DC because I like haste. So yeah.
Okay.
You're good.
All right. I'm just trying to make sure that Hadalin is having his best fighting chance here. Do I have to cast haste? I guess.
Yeah, you do.
To get the tick in the third. Yeah, so use up the spell slot.
Yeah, the DC was just 10 plus the spell level, which is 13. So you actually just got it. So very nice.
All right. There you go. Good luck.
You do not have the fatigue about to hit you. You feel re-energized, Hadlin.
Yeah. I just growl and ding my axe on my shield.
And it is Ellie's turn again. It is the benefit of being like first in the order because you can hold it so you can get back-to-back stuff. It's actually nice.
That's funny. Okay. So not that because that's concentration. How about we do some. God, it seems just like useless. I'm gonna try, I guess, just some magic missile. I guess I don't know.
Okay.
Let me see. Not. What level do I want to cast it at? Got one this level. One. Let's do it at 4th level.
Okay. That should be what, 4 missiles she shows out?
Yeah. So the and so 4th level. No, 4th. She's casting at 4th level. That should be 3 plus 3. I think 6 missiles.
Okay.
Because I think 1st level, if I remember correctly. Can you click on magic missile in the text really quick? I believe the 1st level you get 3, and each additional level you get another 1.
It just knocked me out of the.
Okay.
Roll 20.
I'll just look it up really quick.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure it's 3 at 1st level, and then 1 for each additional level that you cast it. Yeah, 3, and then 1 more dart for each level above 1st. So if she casts it at 4th, that's 6 at 2, so that's 12 damage. So okay. Okay.
And then I think I'm just gonna kind of duck in this little alcove here in the left, so I'm hiding a little.
Okay, so you're trying to get some cover. That works?
Yeah.
Okay. It is its turn. Everybody roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
Including Critty. You did see the dragon off in the distance, so if she's here, it looks like she might have stepped away. Okay. Reed, Balin, Drum see this. Ellie and Hadlin do not. But you see the dragon almost as if it's moving with the shadows. You see its eyes, but Hadlin and Ellie lose sight of the dragon. Suddenly, why is this not letting me? Oh, I'm on the wrong layer. Suddenly, the dragon appears right in front of Hadlin, to Hadlin and Ellie's surprise, and it once again goes after Hadlin. So first, Hadlin does a 21 hit.
No.
Okay. So first claw misses. Second is less, so that's not going to hit. And then it tries to bite you, and is even less. Holy crap. Okay. It did not have a good turn. Yeah. So it attempted to claw at you. It tried to bite you. It's just thrown off by that one mirror image this time. It just completely messed up. And it misses you entirely for its turn.
An MVP spell tonight, huh?
Yeah. And Hadlin, it is now your turn.
All right. So conveniently you appeared right in front of me. Thank you.
Mhm.
So now I'm gonna attack it 4 times.
Go for it.
First one.
21.
Does the 21 hit?
It does hit. Barely.
Nice.
All right. So and then a plus.
You're doing one-handed, right? Because you have the shield, so.
Correct.
Okay.
And then plus the D4 because wait, no, I'm no longer enlarged. Forgot. Oh,
Mhm.
ignore that. Yep. Okay, so that's and then I will booming blade.
Okay.
For 11.
So 11, 4, 15, so 25 so far.
All right.
No, he doesn't have the +4.
Oh, that was the enlarged +4, so it's just 21.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
got
sorry.
it. Got it. Okay, so
All right.
21.
Second attack. That sucks. So that misses.
Roll a d4 for me.
All right. 1.
Roll a
Seem to
dex
always-
saving throw.
Seem to always get 1 on the 1 through 4s.
I actually have it so the ones are the most positive for you in d4s, just FYI.
Hey, maybe it slips out of your hands, goes flying through the air, right straight into the eye in the middle of the forehead of the dragon and kills it.
Roll a dex saving throw for me, Corin.
I mean, I'm just spitballing.
Very nice.
Nice
Ye-
recovery.
Yeah.
Mr. Famine right there, man.
Yeah, I was gonna make you lose an attack as long as you kept your balance, but actually you don't lose an attack at all. Nothing happens. You almost lose your balance, but you stabilize yourself. Go ahead with the next attack.
All right, so third attack.
That hits.
Another 10 points of damage.
Okay.
How is that possible? I should be be doing more than that. I'm plus 13 to damage. See how it's plus I should be plus 13.
It's not adding your strength bonus that you're.
Oh yeah,
supposed
it's
to
not
get.
adding your additional +4. So
yeah, so
it's an
Yeah, did
additional
you do
8
like a
damage on
custom
top of
axe, or-
that. Yeah. So it's
Yeah,
an additional 8
exactly.
damage on top of that. I got it.
exactly correct.
Okay.
And that should be per attack that hit, right?
Correct.
Yeah, that's why it's +8 instead
why
of
he said plus-
he's +4 for both of them, and he's hit twice. So I added 8
Okay, okay.
damage.
Okay.
Yep.
So then my last time I can use booming blade for another 12.
Okay.
And then that should be it because I'm right.
No, you get another. You got
I
4
get another
attacks, right?
attack. Okay.
Yeah, you got that
4 attacks.
hasted attack.
Yeah, because you rolled a natural 20 on the dex, you didn't lose an attack. So yeah, you hit again.
Yeah. So that time it's 20 points of damage. Nice.
Damn.
Very nice.
No
All right,
booming
that's
blade
it.
this time though.
No booming blade this time. Yeah, I can't
Got
do it
it.
again.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
So that was what, like 50 points of damage or something?
Yeah, that's a lot of damage that you just
It's
did.
a nice round.
So as you go to the next turn, it takes a turn and 2 different things happen. One, the dragon flips its tail to attack Hadlin. So start with that. And that one will be 33 to hit. So that one I imagine hits, right? And
Yeah.
okay. So that will be
Well, you might hit the image, right?
oh, that's right. So roll the d20 for me because you still have the 1 image. That is correct. And it does. The image goes poof. Very nice.
It's the best spell.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Image
Yeah, it
goes
soaked
poof.
a lot of damage.
It did. The other thing you notice is the eye on its forehead blinks. You see a green energy flow out from the eye. You can roll an Arcana check if you want to try and see what it just did.
That's everybody.
Yeah. Everyone looking has a general.
Oh, this is gonna be hilarious.
Oh,
Okay. Ellie,
He has
Balin.
such beautiful eyes.
Ellie, Balin, and Critty know that it basically just healed the dragon a little bit. Don't know how much, but it was definitely a heal that just happened. Okay. And it is now Drom's turn.
Okay, been a while since this happened, so Drum's gonna sling a shield over his back and swing his freaking mace at this dude,
Okay.
2-handed.
Go for it.
So 27.
Very nice. That hits.
Okay, I'll use the orcish rage to add an additional D to that.
Okay.
So
You're doing
It'll be-
two-handed, so that's
Yeah.
is that the 16 or is that 11?
that's the 16.
Oh, 11
I
plus
add
5
another
for
D-
divine strike. Okay.
Yeah, and then let's see here. 2-handed is a D10. The orcish fury adds a D10. So 4 more on there, and
So
let's
that's
see here. Can I
20
do something
total.
else?
Nice job so far.
And I will go ahead and burn one of my channel divinities to use my war priest for second attack.
Okay.
$21
That hits.
for 17. Ignore the 2 because I can only use that once. a
Divine
turn.
strike once. Okay, so that's 20 plus 17, so 37 damage. Okay.
That's Drom's turn.
Okay. Bruce is continuing to cast. There's 41.
No, because this is gonna take forever.
Okay.
Ridiculous. Well, the Rain Queen let me down. All right, I'll run over here. Oh,
Hey
look,
guys, wait for me.
look what I found. Hi, Katie. Gonna go do some stuff. I am going to cast on him Insect Plague. At 6th level.
Okay. What is this? Can you link the spell description really quick? I don't think I can click it. It messes up if I click show. There you go. Thank you.
I didn't cast it right either.
That's fine. We'll figure out that in a second. Let me just see. And you're basically casting it so only the dragon is affected.
Yeah,
right?
it's right on top. It's in where it's going to affect him.
And so you're casting at 6th level, so you're doing an additional D8 damage. Okay, I got you.
No, it's additional.
Or D10 damage. I mean.
Yeah, so it's a 6d10, which I need to roll because
It's 5, right? 5d10. Because it's
Yeah.
4 at the beginning and then 1 more. So yeah, 5d10.
No, above 5th. Okay, so yeah, so it'll be.
Yeah, so it actually did
1.
roll it. You rolled 10 total
Oh my
damage
God,
on
I
the
rolled
4d10.
1?
Yeah,
Oh, what
you
a
rolled
shitty
2 ones
spell.
and then you rolled a 6 on the other
Oh,
one.
for Christ's sake.
So 16 damage.
Let me roll another one.
I have
here,
to roll
just
this
'cause-
con saving throw.
Plus 4 more. God damn it. What a weak ass spell.
What is the 4 more?
Oh, because it only did 4d10.
No, but if you see above it, there's a higher level cast. It rolled a 6 for you on the D10 earlier. So it was a
I'm only
DC
seeing
17.
4 rolls there when I look at the damage.
I can see all of them. So you rolled a 6 on the bonus damage. You rolled 10 total damage on the 4d10. So you had 16 damage.
Oh, well, that's.
And it's a DC 17. It got a 25, so it made the save, so it'll take half. So 8 damage.
Well, that didn't do a damn thing. What shitty rolls? Well, diarrhea. All right.
All right, anything else?
No, I was just gonna.
It is a continued spell, though, so that is the other
Yeah,
thing.
it just sits there. If it doesn't move,
Yep.
it's going to take damage. If it goes into that area, it takes damage.
Okay.
Well, anybody takes damage, unfortunately, but.
Yep. All right. Before Balin goes, it goes again. And it looks at you all and says, "So now you want to play?" And it yells again. Everyone, con saving throw.
Is that like a directional thing or?
Yeah. You actually, no. So Reed, you are actually free of it. That's
Oof.
Did you say something?
Let's see. The saving throw. So Hadlin and Drom make it. Everybody else does not. Balin actually is not in good shape.
God damn, a 20 doesn't make it? Jesus.
DC is actually a 21, so Drom actually just made it on that one. So, okay. So, damage-wise. I dropped my dice. Where are you? Damn it. Oh, there it is. Okay. Let me re-roll that.
All right, you can roll that triangle-shaped one in place of the one you dropped.
Nice try, but okay. Okay. Crap. And this one. Okay. Okay. So, Hadlin, because of your natural 20, you end up taking 0 damage. Very nice. Those that failed, except for Balin, Critty, so that's Critty, Ellie, Bruce, you all take 27 damage. Actually, no, you take the full damage. Sorry. So that's 54 damage. Drom takes 27 damage. You take half. Balin takes an additional 25% damage, so he takes 68 damage with the natural one. And Critty, Balin, Ellie, and Bruce are now all prone as well.
Oh, I think I've messed something up. I was at full health, right?
I don't know.
Because
It depends.
Critty had healed me.
She healed. Oh yeah, you probably were at full health because you didn't.
Yeah.
You only lost the
Something
or,
temp hit
or
points.
really, really close.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because
I've
you
got
took
to
only
fix
half
this
last time.
because it. Stop that. I want 0 temp now. Okay. 54 damage. Okay.
Yeah, Hadlin and Drom are still standing, and Reed, of course. Reed was out of the range of that.
Reed is the knight. That's why.
Well, this is not going the way I wanted for Balin at all.
I mean, if you wanted to just play one character, there are easier ways to do it.
This is Roll20 telling me to play one. I'm not trying to do that.
Last week, I got a whole bunch of stuff, planned for Balin. And then next session, looks like I might end up killing Balin.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the flower arrangement for the funeral. And
I did say the difficulty I want on this is a character to die. It just sucks I'm killing my own character. This is not the way I wanted it to happen, but okay.
It's gonna be a real challenge each week when Finn rolls up a new character to kill.
Oh my god.
I have an idea for my turn. So
we'll rename the party Finn's Meat Shields.
Oh my god. Yeah, this is not. Damn it. Yeah, because it's now Balin's turn, and I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do. I need to stand up as my move action. I think bonus action, I'm gonna chug one of my potions. Let me see, where's my potion here? Yeah. Let me chug one of them. Not a lot, but... Okay, that's not bad. One short of max on that one. It's not a lot. I'm still... Yeah. Okay. Damn it.
Well, I never did that before.
Damn it. I'm gonna try again. I'm gonna see if I can... Actually, you guys are doing a lot of damage to it. I don't think it's worth it to banish it just for me. Okay, let me just see if I can help with damage at this point. This is action. Okay, I will cast Blight on it at 5th level. So let me do this. Oh, did it not? I don't think it cast it. There we go. Cast. There we go. So it'll be 51. So 56 necrotic damage if it hits. Needs to do a con saving throw. And actually failed, so it's going to use this second legendary resistance. And that'll half it. So 56, so 28? Yeah. So 28 necrotic damage to it. Okay. That's all I can do. It is now Reed's turn.
All right, so I'm still stealthed against it, and two of my buddies are attacking it right in its face. I am going to.
You're not stealthed. Remember, you
not.
took cover. You took cover because you stealth at the
That's
beginning
right.
of the round.
Okay. All right, so then let me ask: with two of my friends attacking it right in its face, would I still get advantage on the attack? From like a half cover, popping out, shooting, ducking back in.
You're still trying to do it from a hiding perspective. Because range, you would have to do it only if it didn't see you. You don't get like flanking or anything. So, roll a stealth with disadvantage for me. This isn't going to count as any action or anything, but that is what I will take as your stealth versus its passive perception.
23.
23. Unfortunately, no.
Wow.
Its passive perception is actually a 23.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the lowest I can roll.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Passive perception, by the way, is like 10 plus your perception stat. So it's like right in the middle.
20.
So.
All right. I will then, I guess, stealth.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
Okay.
25.
Okay.
Then I will pop out and short bow attack it at advantage.
Okay.
29 to hit.
29 does hit.
So it's that plus Hunter's Mark. Oh. So it's 34 damage.
34. Nice.
And I will tuck myself as far into that little alcove as I can.
Okay.
Sort of squat down a little bit.
You are able to get cover.
Thank you.
Okay. It is too pretty then.
I am going to do a sixth level mass cure wounds. Oh, really? That's nice.
Okay. 14 for everyone in front of you, basically, right?
Yeah. I'll heal everyone in front of me and myself.
Okay. So everyone but Reed, 14 hit points back.
Thank you.
Hey, it's still better than nothing.
Yep. I'm into the yellow instead of the red. Hooray!
Yay!
And that'll be it.
Okay. Back to the top with Ellie.
Okay. How? Let's see. Hasting is gone again, right?
Oh.
We all got. Are we still prone?
You know what? Yours was, I think, the only concentration. I didn't make you roll concentration. That's on me. Haste is still active. That's my fault. No. I'm not. I'm gonna say it didn't fall off after the last one because I didn't make you roll another concentration. So I will assume haste is on. That's my fault.
Okay. All right. So I'm still concentrating.
Gadlin still has haste.
Adeline, how are you feeling? I have no idea how.
Adeline looks fine.
Okay, all right. I know that Critty just did some healing, so I will just try some more. Let's see, this is. I'll just do. Let's do another. Fourth level magic missile.
Okay. And so that'll be 18 damage. 6, 3. Yeah, so 18 damage. It is in the red, just as an FYI.
Bing, bing. and I don't want to move anywhere. So
Okay. Then it is its turn. The
you
eye.
know what I could have done?
You want to do something
Doggone it.
else?
No, I just read something that I could have done when I had that big chunk of damage taken out of me. That's all right. Continue.
Okay.
It's on me for not reading everything.
Okay, so the eye blinks once again on the forehead of the dragon. You see the same similar green aura. You now see it in the yellow, just FYI. And it once again begins to attack Hadlin.
You stop that.
24 to hit?
Nope.
Nope. Okay. Yeah, this one's a 31 to hit.
Yeah, it is.
That's 13 damage.
All right.
And then it tries to bite. And that's a 21, which does not hit. So, and then everyone roll a perception check. Okay. Everyone except Reed loses sight of the dragon.
Where'd he go?
Reed, you can see the dragon has just shifted back just a little bit. Just kind of playing in the shadows a little bit. You can see its eyes as it like moves, but nobody else can really see it.
All right.
Hadlin, it is your turn. You're not sure where it is at the moment.
Would my booming blade have gone off because it moved?
That's
Ooh,
true.
Yeah.
That's true. As it started to move, you would have heard an explosion from where it stood.
Plus that insect swarm and
Yeah, 5 foot or more. Yeah.
Insect swarm, I think, would have gone because it's a concentration from
Okay.
earlier, right? So,
And I don't know if let me look at it.
it
yeah.
is concentration, but
No, it's true. It's the same thing I did with Ouchie. I didn't make you guys roll a concentration check. That's on me.
No, it disappeared. That's fine. I'm cool with that because I took a shitload of damage that turn. So
Okay.
I ain't gonna roll fucking
I have to
4.
go back and read your booming blade damages. 'Cause I know you just want to roll them again, Corin.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Yeah, 3d8 was like 16 or something usually.
Do they stack?
No, the booming.
Because you did
no,
booming blade twice.
I don't know that they would stack.
Okay, I
don't
think it's just
they would.
one,
No, they
right?
don't.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so 16 damage. Okay. So it takes
All right.
16 damage. You hear a boom. So you know it moved. It's not going to be directly in front of you. You're not exactly sure where.
All right, well, then I'll.
You can roll a d4 if you want. This time, since you can see where it is, you'll roll a d4, and the 3 will be that you hit it in the spot. Okay.
All right. So I'll throw a javelin in what would be direction 1, right?
Okay. Yep. So you missed the first one. It's okay. You can just roll the d4s. If you hit a 3 on any of your... How many javelins do you have? Enough to throw, I guess, for all 4 attacks?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. So we'll assume you throw all 4. Just roll 3 more d4s. If any of them come up with a 3, you'll hit it, and then you can roll your chance on hit. So. Nope. Nope. No.
oh my god.
Wow, where was it? Where
You
was
did-
that?
Wow.
You like missed the first spot, but you're like, I still think it's there. I still think it's there.
You saved up like half of your max die rolls for 2 years.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Drums in there. Dude, you just threw it there.
Oh my god. Okay.
And they're all flying at Reed.
Yeah, they're all flying like right in front of you over and over again. He's like convinced it's over there.
It's not over here, it's me.
Oh my god. That's fantastic. Okay. It looks at you all and once again says, "Why won't you all stay down?" Con saving throw one more time.
Oh man.
Which direction is it going? Or
Not you. Sorry.
Okay.
Everyone but you. And actually, let me see something really quick. Yeah, Critty too.
Ouch.
Okay.
that Ballad.
At least I saved this time. God damn it.
That Ballad and Ranger with some big saves there.
Yeah, needed it. I did a natural 1 last time, so okay.
I think I'm gonna use my character point to re-roll that
Okay, go for it.
because I don't want to go prone. That's the main reason I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go ahead. It's only I have to get it. You said it was. So we've taken this 3 times now, so I know it's pretty difficult, like 20 plus.
It's a
I'd have to get-
21 DC. I'll just tell you guys, it's a 21 DC.
Yeah, so I only have a +9, so I'll give it a shot. Nope.
Okay. It's actually the worst I've rolled in terms of damage. So Critty, Hadlin, Drom take 34 damage. Ellie takes 41 damage.
Oh my god.
Bruce and Balin take 17. And those that failed the saving throw are prone as well. So only Reed, Balin, and Bruce are not prone at the moment. So, Drom, it is your turn.
Well, I'll stand back up.
Okay.
Then I will cast. Let's see here.
Oh god, we were prone
4th
to.
level
My prone
Spirit
still there.
Guardians. And then I'll move forward
Okay.
5 feet. And bring the shield out and move forward.
Can
Not
you
swinging,
post
just casting the
Spirit
spell.
Guardians again for me? Just post it in the chat.
Sure. Yeah, and I cast it at 4th level.
Yep.
So let's see here, display.
Okay. Got it. Okay. And it was a wisdom saving throw, right? So let's see.
Mhm.
And on a failed save, on a successful save, creature takes half. Okay, so there is half damage. Okay.
And it's at the start of the creature's turn.
Oh, not when it first moves in?
Well,
See.
when a creature enters the area the first time on turn or starts its turn there, it makes the wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Okay, so it'll wait on its turn to either move into the area or start there. Got it. Okay. Once you're done with your turn, it does not like the fact that you are near it. So it is going to attempt to hit you with its tail drum. 27 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay.
Ouch.
Is 14 damage. And roll a Constitution saving throw to keep your Spirit Guardians. And with 14, it's a 17 DC.
No. Damn.
So the Spirit Guardians do drop. Bruce, it is now your turn.
Do we know where the thing is? I mean,
Yeah,
or
it
is
has.
this moving-
When it shouted, it revealed itself. So now everyone can see
Okay.
it.
All right, I'm going to use Flame Strike.
Okay.
DC 17.
17, and on a save, it's half or
Yep.
Okay.
Half.
Dex DC 17. It's 22. So it does make it. So it's both damage, right? So
Yeah, it's both damage. So, you take half of each.
37 is half, so it'll be 19 damage. Okay. Still hurts, but it's up. It's back in the red though, for sure. All right. Anything else?
That's all I can do. One action.
Okay. Oh, I didn't know if you wanted to move or bonus action or anything.
Yeah, might as well go over here.
Okay. All right. It is now Balance turn. Yeah, what the hell? Not casting anything at the moment. Let's try it. 6 levels fireball right on top of its head. I'll aim it towards the back of the cave so it doesn't hit anybody else. So okay, so 36 fire damage.
Oh, you had 2 1s in there.
I know.
Ouch.
Actually, hold on. No, I dropped the other one, so it doesn't make a difference.
You can't re-roll them.
Yeah, but well, let me just make sure I'm doing this right. I can use 2. Yeah, I'll use 2 sorcery points to actually it doesn't matter. I'll just cast it this way. It does make it save, so it's 18 fire damage. So it's down, and then I will quicken a firebolt and fire it at it too. So I'll use 2 sorcery points. And do a firebolt. And that does hit. And damage-wise... Ooh. 18 fire damage.
Nice firebolt.
Yeah.
That actually did more damage. Actually, it did the same amount of damage as my fireball.
And you rolled a 1 in the middle of the damage on that firebolt too.
I know. Okay. After Balon's turn, you see the eye blink one more time. The green aura, but as you all look at it, it is still very much in the red. Reed, it is your turn.
All right, I will stealth again.
Okay, roll your stealth.
28.
Give me 1 second. Let me check. Okay.
Knock an arrow. Take an advantage shot on it.
Yep, you do have advantage.
29 to hit.
That hits.
So that's that plus. All right, so it's 24, 29 damage.
How do you want to do it?
I will put the arrow straight through the third eye in the dead center of its forehead.
Okay. So all of you see, well, no. All of you see an arrow come out from nowhere. The arrow launches straight into that third eye that has been emanating that green aura. What you see then is very odd. The eye stays exactly where it is, but the dragon slowly crumples down around the eye. What remains is a floating rod that now has an arrow stuck through it.
Cool.
It seems to be looking around, but very painfully, as this arrow is lodged in it, and says, "Not yet, not yet," and begins violently shaking. And then suddenly disappears. But down before you is a dragon that is now slain. Reed, Drom, and Hadlin, roll a perception check for me.
Perception check, huh?
Mhm.
18.
Drom and Reed, you notice as the rod poofs away that something falls into the dragon horde directly below where it was.
I'll run it right at that object that I saw drop.
Okay.
Keeping my eye on it. I will stop just in front of it, not touching it, but making sure I lock
Yeah,
eyes.
I'll
on
run
it.
over there too.
Okay. You guys see what appears to be almost like a key that has fallen from the rod of Ukatoa that has a little engraving in it that looks very similar to something that Hadlin may have.
Just eat it, Joe's.
Hadlin, you better come look at this.
It says 25% off at the Kegelheim gift shop.
It was a key, you said, right?
Yeah. It looks like a small gold key that has almost like an area where something is supposed to fit inside of it. And it looks like the shape of something Hadlin may have. Hadlin, I assume you go over there when they call you?
First I kind of drop down to a knee and say in Dwarven, duty fulfilled, and then stand back up and start walking towards it.
Okay.
Hey, guys, me and Curdy are chilling back here. Did you guys, do we win?
You do see Bruce doesn't. Critty does. Critty does see the dragon fall. Bruce has no clue.
Did we win?
Yeah, you might as well come on up here.
Oh, thank God.
Yay!
Gather around, kids, for some healing.
Mhm.
This time it's going to take 10 minutes, but I think we got the 10 minutes to spare.
Hadlin, you notice that there is a key with a little spot with something you have that may fit in there.
Recognize that?
Yeah, you do.
Like,
You recognize the shape, but you don't know what the key specifically is, but you recognize the shape. It's that little like axe trinket that you got before.
oh yeah, they had like nodules and stuff. I
Mhm.
don't remember. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Well, I don't know if I should just grab something that just fell from the rod of Ukatoa. I'm not bailing.
Go ahead, touch it. What could happen?
So I don't know if I should do that. Can I get like an Arcana check to see if it?
Yeah.
It,
You can do an Arcana check.
Hey, Balin, you'd like to touch those kind of things. Go give it a grab.
As
So,
you
yeah.
as you look at the key, it does actually roll a history check for me too. I think history would be the one. Yeah, roll a history. Yeah. You don't think it to be cursed or anything with your Arcana, but your history does make it seem like the key is somehow of dwarven make. Weird as it is.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. I was just making sure that like
Mhm.
it wasn't possessed by some form of the
Yes.
rod or something like
No,
that.
Get the
nothing that you
diarrheas
can
till
tell.
Easter.
While all this is going on, I hit everybody with a master wounds for 23.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm doing a prayer of healing.
Thank you.
Prayer of healing for 26.
Nice.
Very nicely done.
All right, so,
26 from Bruce.
Yeah,
Okay.
everybody gets 26.
I'm still not full, but okay.
I'm sure you're better though.
Oh, I'm way better now. Okay. So yeah, what do you guys do?
All right. What do you guys want to do with the dragon and all this other loot sitting around here?
we may
Well,
not be alone yet. Don't forget there are other inhabitants that may be close or may have been watching.
Like who?
The drow.
The drow.
Oh, I forgot about those idiots.
I'm gonna walk up to the dragon's head. I'll draw my short sword and I'll start trying to remove the head.
That might take you a while, Reed. It's a giant head and you have a little sword.
Well, yeah, more the merrier. Feel free.
No, I'm just going to sit here and watch you for the next 3 hours, try to cut that giant thing off with that little sword.
All right, I will proceed to dink, dink, dink.
It's going to
Okay.
be dinking for a while.
I'll just this seems like something I should do, and I'll cast enlarge reduce on myself again, become big Hadlin, and do it the right way. And
Okay.
Use my axe.
Okay. So who's doing it? Let me start there.
Adeline.
Hadlin's doing it.
Yeah, well, because Reed's just tinking it. He just tinky, tink, tink.
I
Okay.
mean, if I could help.
Yeah, I'll give you guys advantage on the roll. So Hadlin, roll a nature check with advantage. Okay.
16's really good for my nature, man.
Okay. So from this dragon, you are able to harvest 10 adult dragon teeth.
Ooh.
Let me see. Each you believe worth about 50 gold each. Um, 6 dragon bones. That in total is about 750 gold in value. And I think, let me see.
I don't know. I'm thinking about taking a bunch of these scales over to what's his name and having makes me a
Well,
new
so
suit armor.
you have found it very difficult to get the scales off this dragon.
Those are hard to get off.
Yeah.
Was this sort of dragon poisonous?
You did not see any poison from this one. You never did anything poisonous or even anything elemental, actually, for that matter.
Well, you
Make sure
I'll
you
take
collect some of that blood. Get some of the blood, Drum. That'll be worth a lot.
well, I was thinking more like skin it.
No, you
Just
probably
with-
want to just get the blood.
I will pull out my pocket knife and slowly start to skin the dragon.
Dink, dink,
I'll see you guys in
dink,
about
dink.
75 years.
Yeah, it's good taking that
Fine.
longer.
You are okay, but you are finding it hard to get the scales off. But as you're cutting into it, trying to get it, you do manage, if you want, the ability to get some dragon meat. I'll leave it to you if you want to take any dragon meat.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm going to collect some vials
You
of
can-
dragon blood.
You can get about 10 pounds of dragon meat, which you'll say is worth roughly in total about maybe 50 gold. And then if you are able to get the blood, and you can get about 7. Do you guys have like empty vials?
Yeah, I got a couple.
I do
from old
because of my
potions.
kids and stuff. But
Okay.
yeah.
In total, if you have enough, you can get about 7 vials of dragon blood, which
That's
in
easy
total
enough.
is about 250 gold.
You use this for chanting and all kinds of great stuff.
It's 250 gold value.
For the 7 in
Okay.
total. Yeah.
Well, let's at least look at the loot. Is there anything that catches my eye?
Is somebody going to try to investigate the horde in general?
Oh, hell yes.
Okay, who is doing it? I will let one person do the roll for the group.
What's your
That
investigation?
would be Reed.
Plus 12.
Oh, yeah, it's a little bit better than mine.
Plus the lowest I can roll is a 10.
Yeah, and I'm giving him guidance.
Okay, roll your investigation first.
Do I have advantage or?
I'm helping
Yeah,
him.
I'll give you advantage. Yep. It's ultimately gonna okay.
Okay, so 25.
25. Now
Maybe
roll
we
a
should go into business together.
D100.
A 51.
51. Okay, so you are able to get. Give me 1 second here. I have to get to my rolls. Ranger may see this, but it's all good. So
would I be able to use the guidance on the D100?
No, it was on the initial roll. I was
All right,
giving
that's what I
you an
figured.
investigation check to try and see if you hit a threshold for a certain loot table, and then the D100 was for the loot table itself.
Okay, would the guidance on the investigation roll knock us to a higher
25
table,
was the highest table, so you actually got it with that.
All right, cool.
So you are able to find 36,000 gold pieces.
Ooh. I'm rich, bitch.
Keep in mind, by the way, this is all a dwarven horde, so I'm just gonna remind you guys
course.
of that.
Hadlin, look that way.
Yeah, Hadlin.
Hadlin, we found a bunch of elf money.
Look at all this money that your dead relatives had on them.
Oh my god. You get 2,900 platinum.
29,000 gold. Jesus.
Mm-hmm. You also get. Uh,
9 copper pieces.
you get.
A Diet Coke.
Let me see. You get.
It could be worse. It could be like, oh, you rolled a 1 on your investigation check. You find an IOU note.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh,
Well, looks
shit.
like this has already been claimed. We'll have to move on to another treasure, folks.
You hear a knock on the cave wall. I'm with the IRS and I'm here to speak to you. Oh. Killed a dragon and I got audited. What the hell?
Okay. So you also find. I hope you're writing these down because I'm not keeping. I'm like rolling the tables to give you guys the loot. So you find 3 pearls, each worth 600 gold.
Okay.
You find 3 emeralds worth 750 gold each. You find 2 rubies worth 750 gold each. And you find 1 diamond worth 1,000 gold.
Nice.
There's a resurrection for somebody.
And then, let me go over here.
I used to be able to do that, and I can't do that anymore for a while.
Okay, Reed, roll 1 more D100 for me.
$81.
You find a sandwich.
Ooh, what that?
Okay,
What kind of mustard? That's the important question.
I think it's a French honey mustard.
Actually, you
All
rolled
right.
really well on that.
It's got poop on it.
Oh.
To me, I think that's the best roll, actually, on this table.
This 81?
The 81, yeah. You actually hit the range that I personally think is the best one, but roll. Let's see. Hold on, I'm just waiting for it to. There we go.
Jesus, look who's in chat, Finn.
Hello, Ramon.
Jeez.
It has been a while. How are you?
Wow.
Oh, wait, it's Remon.
Ramon.
What is up, dude? Long time no see, man.
My Ramona. That's a name I've not heard Dalchi since before you were born.
Okay, you know how to roll a like random number in Roll20, right, Johnny? With the roll command.
What do you mean?
Like if I wanted you to
like slash.
Yeah, slash roll. But I want you to roll a 22-sided dice. So roll a 1d22.
D22.
Yep.
An 8.
8. Okay, give me 1 second. I miss you too, Ramon.
I think you missed us.
Okay. You also managed to find a spell scroll of Mass Polymorph, a 9th level spell.
What?
You actually rolled like the best thing on this table. To me, anyways. 71 to 85 was rolling a spell scroll of 9th level. You rolled an 81. Very nice.
Ooh. All right.
Yeah, that is what
is
you
that all
find.
from it, or?
Yes, that is all from that you can find out of this hoard.
I will look at the spell scroll. Ellie, this looks like something probably more up your aisle.
Wait, mass polymorph?
You know that like scroll is probably worth 100K by itself, right?
Yeah, I'd probably say that. Mine makes some good cash on that.
Here's the thing. Wizards can copy that sort of spell into their spell book, and then we can make many copies of that scroll to sell.
You got so lucky with that roll.
It'll just take her like 10 days to do it, but she can just start photocopying this thing.
I wish I had the ability to use scrolls like that.
Jackpot. Well, all right. Now that we've found out all the loot and got all the dragon stuff, what's the plan now, kids? Because I'm still hungry. I've only had 2 rolls.
Roll,
Jesus,
everyone
something.
now, you guys have spent some time searching and all that. Roll a perception check for me.
God damn it.
I will,
can I find some food?
I'll throw a helping of dragon tartar at Bruce.
I
Actually,
don't want that.
So, Bruce, while in this horde, wow, Reed. Okay, you'll get a whole bunch of stuff. Bruce, you actually, while in this horde, do manage to find all your possessions.
I figured I might.
Yeah. They were just tucked away in a corner, so.
Yeah, except now they smell like dragon.
God damn it.
They do smell a little bit of dragon.
I've got the dragon Rona, guys. Back up 69 feet to be safe.
I'll put my mask on and.
Oh, I need to roll on Balin. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Good. So everyone except Hadlin. So this is status quo now.
We're back to normal.
Here's the rocks moving from the area you know is kind of like the entrance area. And
you hear this?
Yeah, you hear rocks moving. And Reed, you're pretty sure somebody is trying to like dig through. You can hear it.
Uh-oh.
So you hear the dig, rock slowly starting to fall away. And then you hear the voice, "Hello, Mr. Dragon, are you still alive in there?"
Yes, I am.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, I can do impersonation stuff. I'm Bruce, for Christ's sakes.
Roll a performance check.
You wouldn't do that.
Oh, can I hit him with guidance?
It is too late. He did that before you were ready for it.
Still pretty good.
19's not bad.
You hear the drow, or the voice, which you do recognize as one of the drows from before. It was actually Bruce may not. The rest of you recognize it as the voice of one of the drow that initially took you to the priestess. And the voice basically says, "Oh, we see the rock slide happening. We're helping to clear up your cave. We will bring you more treasures," and just continues to move everything aside.
I'm in a bad mood. Get the hell out of all these y'all.
Um,
Well, wait a minute. What if we tell him to bring more treasure?
Filthy eyes, guys.
We hide behind it and then we weekend at Bernie's the dragon.
But how are you gonna explain the dragon that's dead here?
Like I said, we hide behind it.
We were
weekend
supposed
at
to.
Bernie's it.
We were
You
supposed
cut
to.
his goddamn head off. What
We
do you
were.
want us to
We
do?
were supposed to kill the dragon for the drow. I think the drow would be happy that we killed it.
Who says that? Balin?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't trust a drow as far as I could throw him. It's up to you guys. I can still keep pretending to be the dragon.
Hadlin, what do you want to do?
Yeah, let's
Oh.
talk to said drow.
Didn't they promise to leave once you got rid of the dragon?
Oh, they did? Oh, well then.
So
Come on. Excuse me. Mimi. Come on in. I changed my mind. Bring sandwiches and wine and food. I'm really hungry.
You're doing this as the dragon still. Okay.
Yeah.
Roll a deception this time.
oh wow.
So we are weekend at Bernie and the dragon.
Pretty much, yes. The drow seems very confused at this point. He's basically.
I'm trying to see if I really want goddamn food. I'm hungry.
I know, but you're doing it as said dragon.
I know, as a dragon. Yeah.
So it starts. You hear the rock scuttering more. It's like, who's there? That's not something the dragon would say. Sounds like the dragon. Don't know who that is. And like, wait, is the dragon dead? Is the dragon dead? You see it getting all excited at the potential of the dragon being dead, and the rocks all scurry, and you hear footsteps coming up, and there's about 10 drow that all kind of line up. I'm not gonna place them all. But 10 drow are there, and they look at you. They're like, "Did you kill the dragon? Is the dragon dead?"
Did you bring me? Did you bring me my food as I requested? God damn it! That's the most important question right now. I'm starving.
Well, we have sandwiches back at our base. I don't have it right
Oh,
here. It's just right down
let's
the hall.
go. Oh.
We must see the dragon first. We must see that it's actually dead.
Well, do you think we'd be standing here if it was alive?
The drow slowly move up, and they get to about there. See the crumpled dragon heap that's now disfigured with missing a horn, being bled to death, cuts on it that were trying to get scales but ultimately just got meat. It's carved up.
We put graffiti on it.
Basically, yes. He wrote pen 15 on his head.
On top of the severed neck.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they look at Hadlin, and they say, "Seems like you've done what you said. Come, let us go talk to the priestess."
Is she cute?
They don't respond to that. They wait for Hadlin now.
I'm just gonna ask you a question about my vision, Finn.
Okay, got it.
Yeah. Who you said in there it says a drow stands in front of me. Who is that drow in the vision standing in front of me that I'm talking to? Is it the matron mother, or is it just
no, it's just
dude?
It's an underling that you have seen before.
It's this guy basically, I'm assuming, or something like that?
Hold on, let me read your vision because I don't think this is the same one that I mentioned. So yes, this is not the one. In fact, the drow that you saw is the priestess.
Okay. All right, cool. Yes. Where is your priestess?
Come. Let's go. And the drow is suddenly a little more excited at the prospect of this dead dragon, and takes you.
In case I don't know if you would have assumed so, but I did pick up the key. Or at this point, I would.
Okay. Got it. I assumed you did, but I know we didn't say it explicitly.
But it would be better because I don't really want to draw attention to the fact of that key right now.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
So, yep. And did you put your piece in it or no?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I kind of wanted to. Yeah, I wanted to.
Before he came, I'm asking. This is something you guys had a lot of time when they were
Yeah,
carving up
'cause
the
what-
dragon and everything after that,
Okay, yeah.
searching.
Then during the carving up of the dragon, before the drow came, I will say, Critty, come here. I need you over here. When she
Mhm.
comes over there, I'll take out my book, and open the book to like one of the passages that we last found about Kegheim,
Mhm.
and then I'll put the key inside the thing in front of it and just be like, we have you thank you all, you have brought me back to Kegheim as the prophecy foretold.
Well, I'm very proud of you, Hadlin. You've done a great job. But I swear to God, if I don't eat something soon, I'm going to go into hypoglycemic shock, whatever those kids call it these days.
Cool. Then I'll put the
Well,
book and the
as you're
keys
doing
together.
that,
Okay.
as you put the key kind of closer to the book, Critty, as you are near Hadlin.
Sorry, I didn't mean that.
That's all good. So as Hadlin does that, you see words appear in the book, kind of like the prophecy is continuing. And it says, with the defeat, and it says it in Dwarven, with the old Dwarven language, with the defeat of evil brings about a new era. So you see that, Hadlin.
To the forge.
Okay, and then the drow show up, the conversation happens, and you guys make your way over to... I assume everyone goes with Hadlin?
Yes.
Okay. And so let me do this here.
I shed a small tear after an hour, by the way, when my cloud drying strength dissipates.
That was the one potion of that we had, right? You had that.
Yeah, that was the only potion
All
I
right,
had.
I'm taking that out of the inventory.
Came very useful, actually.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys make your way over, and you guys are in this familiar area with the priestess up on the platform over there, and the drow leads you all the way there. You see the very familiar striders kind of standing around, or driders, sorry, not striders, driders. And go ahead and place yourself kind of up in that area near the staircase, because you guys are all there.
What?
No.
And Hadlin will be in the lead. We'll let Hadlin go in the front, and then the rest of you all can kind of like just huddle around. You'll be up towards the top of the staircase, Hadlin. Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't want to stand over a staircase
where
of
am
lava,
I?
though.
Yeah, you can move up to the top. They kind of bring you up to the top, and everyone else
Okay,
kind of
okay.
stays towards the platform.
Do I need to move myself on here?
Yeah, you can put yourself with everybody else kind of in that area.
Get. Oh my God. Get on the screen. Jesus.
There you go. And we need Drum. Unless, did he step away? I don't know if Grim put something in the message. Yeah, he wrote "be right back." So we'll bring Drum in here in a second once he's back. But yeah, so you come up. Are you running all the way up there, Bruce, or are you staying?
Hell yeah, I got hit on a spider woman.
Oh my God. The Driders are not very happy with you being there. They're looking right at you, by the way.
Don't be jelly. I'm gonna get a date.
So Hadlin, you are now talking with the priestess, who says, "Oh, I see you have killed the dragon this time. Very nice. And what is it that you wanted in return?"
Oh. I believe what you said was you were prepared to leave.
Ah, yes. Sorry. You took such a long time. I was worried the dragon ate you. Well, my word's my word. We will all leave this area.
Well, you've lived up to your part of the deal.
That is correct. And you have lived up to your end of the deal. But we will not go without taking you with us. And you see drow pop up everywhere. and I'll add them on the screen later. But at the same time, suddenly,
that's a
Hadlin,
note of the date.
Hadlin, to your left, you notice a drow that shimmers. The drow drops its appearance. The drow turns into a dwarf that looks right at you and the priestess as you're standing next to each other and says, "Brothers, it is time for our freedom." And you see a bunch of the drow that are just surrounding this entire place. I'm going to end up filling up this entire map, but we'll do that next session. There is a massive mix of dwarves and drow all in this cavern. Everyone roll an Arcana check for me. Damn.
Oh, that's funny.
Wow. Okay, so this is interesting because you guys rolled natural 20, so you actually got like the full thing. So Critty, Hadlin, Balin, and Ellie all know that these are all dwarves that have managed to disguise themselves magically as drow and just kind of blend in without bringing suspicion. The group of drow that you had heard of before that were speaking about, like where there may have been like a coup or something forming, is likely these ones. You guys are able to deduce that. Bruce and Drum, you're able to notice something a little more specific, because this was fun for me to make, and I'm surprised you guys got this. This is a giant band of otherwise kind of isolated dwarven warlocks. It is a massive army of nothing but dwarven warlocks.
Kind of dead damn dwarf stuff's going on around these parts.
I don't.
I had so much fun making these warlock dwarfs. And that is where we will leave it. They're dwarf flocks. And that is where we will leave it for this session. You guys will have some decisions to make next time. So there you go. We will end with the massive dwarf drow, whatever the hell is going on.
Locks.
So, yeah. What do you guys think? Did you guys enjoy the dragon combat?
Yeah, very cool.
I can't believe we all lived.
Mm-hmm. You guys got... So, the funny thing is, you guys got lucky and unlucky at the same time. So, for the dragon shout, I actually rolled below the average damage every single time.
Thank God.
But the unlucky part was that on the recharge of hitting a 5 or a 6 on the dice, I hit a 5 or a 6 every single time. That's why he was doing it so frequently. I was wondering how he was
doing so many frequently.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn,
I got lucky as hell on the recharge. I got 5, 6, and 5 on the roll to get the recharge. So he had the thing up as a legendary action every single round. So it just became unlucky. But you guys ate the damage and still managed to do really well. That was impressive.
Yeah. You got me down to 15 hit points there near the end.
Balin was down to 8. That was,
well, I think with all the
natural 1
I did that.
No, the healing was
cure wounds.
Yeah,
yeah.
I did 1.
Yeah. Critty with the clutch heals was awesome.
Yeah. No, the heal was awesome. Yeah, the natural 1 with the additional 25% was pretty awful. That's what killed me. But then, luckily, still managed to stay up between the potion and all, and then Critty, and yeah, it worked out really well. But nice job, guys! You guys
I was
defeated the
to
dragon.
drop the big heals there very soon too. So
yeah, so very nicely done. And that was so the purple dragon. It basically is like a rogue. I'm sure you caught on to that, Johnny, but it has a bonus action that it can basically hide and then move through the shadows.
And it seemed like it was disengaging and
it was just having a lot of fun just kind of doing melee rogue stuff. So it kept popping up. But the unfortunate part is it kept going up against Hadlin, whose AC was ridiculous. So there was a round that it missed like all 3 attacks because you guys buffed the hell out of him.
I think my share I'm gonna take and buy Drum some plate mail.
You guys have to get out of the Drow Cavern first.
Well,
So
Okay, so they're
I expect Reed and Drum to survive these.
I
They're
didn't write down a share of
kidnapping
the treasure.
Hadeland?
I thought we were just pooling it.
right now it's just been pooled. I don't think anyone has split it yet. So
Okay.
are
Yeah,
they
we-
trying
we-
to
we just got
kidnap
a lot of money.
Adeline? Is this what's happening? Am I clear on that?
no,
Also,
they're trying to
can't
kill
have
you
no
all.
food.
They're
I'm
willing
I
to
thought they were
leave.
say that they were going to take Adeline.
No,
coming
they're
with
gonna
us.
take you all with them. So they're basically just gonna either kidnap you or kill you on the way out.
As long as I get a date.
You can pretty easily tell their intent. It's not very difficult. They're living up to their word. They're leaving, but they're just not leaving anyone in here after them. So
Picked up on some of my ideas there, Finn, you little turd.
well, how am I supposed to know what your ideas were?
Well, we never really talked about it.
I
don't really care.
know.
I was like, whatever you want, but I'm like, God damn it.
Yeah,
Some
I have like a whole I have like this whole like chained plot thing going with this, and then whatever is about to happen with the next. I have like this whole thing like mapped out. If you guys continue at least so far, you guys have been doing it, so it's actually kind of fun.
All right. When are we playing next?
Next week I'm actually good.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
need to know.
Yeah, short of
We should be
any
good
kind
as
of
well.
crazy emergency like I've been having lately.
Yeah,
Should be
let's
good.
not have any more of those. Huh?
Yes, let's please not have any more of those. I can't take any more.
3 days without
Yeah.
internet. That was kind of shitty.
Yeah,
Well,
so-
hope it's back.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. I hope you guys had fun seeing the dragon battle in Dungeons and Dragons. Who knew you could actually have dragons? We'll go through everyone and get some last words. The invisible drum first.
We won! Yay!
Gritty.
That book did not do a damn thing, and I'm so glad I went after it.
You haven't spent a lot of time with it yet. I'm just gonna tell you that. Hadlin.
Take him is mine.
Reed.
I'm stuck on a fire island right now, surrounded by drow and driders.
And dwarves.
Oh yeah, and dwarves.
Yeah, dwarf
This
and
is
warlocks.
gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dwarflocks.
Bruce.
What kind of wine should we have on our date there? Your what do I call you? Your highness? Your highness? Priestess? Mother
Hey,
drow?
You've already got a date explaining that message to half a city of children.
What do you
Oh
mean?
my god.
Oh, you don't know.
Know what?
You were sweet talking that dragon and that rod, and they broadcast it all over Zadash.
So I'm famous.
Infamous.
You're that small, I'm famous.
See, you hear that, dragon spider lady? I'm famous, world famous. She go out with me.
All right. And Ellie.
Help.
Okay. And with that, thank you guys so much for joining. I hope you guys had a great D&D session, and we hope to see you on next week's session as well. Everyone, take care.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.